paradigm investigation on 5G network online session. Today we have with us Shri Anurag Kumar sir, IG and Director CAPT. A brief introduction of sir. Shri Anurag Kumar, IPS, IG and Director CAPT is an IPS officer of 2004 batch, Assam Meghalaya cadre. He has done BA Honours in English and his post-graduation in History. He was posted in different capacities from 2006 to 2013 as SDPO, Resubel Para, SP Bagmara, and SSP CID. In the year 2013, he went on central deputation and joined National Investigation Agency, served as SP Terror Funding and Fake Currency Cell, SP Adam, AIG Policy. He acquired a deep understanding of the intricate national networks involved in smuggling and circulation of high-quality counterfeit currency, as well as various modes by which terrorism is financed. He was associated with building a database on counterfeit currency and terror financing cases. During his tenure, he investigated several cases as CIO. Prominent amongst them are Patna Blast case and ISIS Delhi case. In the year 2017, he was selected as an assessor for the Mutual Evaluation Report of Israel by FATF. In 2018, Sir joined SSB and served there as DIG, Personal Recruitment Vigilance. In 2019, upon repatriation to the cadre, he was posted as DIG Western Range, Meghalaya. In February 2022, he joined BPR&D on central deputation and also got promoted as IG. During 17 years of his service, he has attended several training programs related to leadership, investigation, and management. He got trained in public-private partnership controls, corruption, conflict, and arbitration at Institute of Public-Private Partnerships, Washington, D.C. in 2015. He also participated in a training program on Eurasian Group training for FATF assessors at Moscow in 2016. Director Sir is awarded with Union Home Minister's Medal for Excellence in Investigation in 2021 and also Antrik Seva Padak in 2022. I would like to inform our Director Sir that CAPT is organizing an online session under Police in Amrit Kal, Emerging Paradigm, Investigation on 5G Network. In this, our eminent guest speaker will focus on various aspects of 5G networking. Now I request our Director Sir to please address the participants. Director Sir.
Thank you, Manoj, for a very descriptive CV that you read. Welcome all. I extend a very warm welcome to Shri Rakesh Kumar Jha, our resource person, Shri A.K. Singh, our Deputy Director, Shri Manoj Jakpola, AD CAPT Bhopal, who's coordinating this webinar, Shri Amit Atut, Assistant Director, Indore CAPT Bhopal. A very warm welcome to all of you to this very important webinar on investigation of 5G network. As we all know that technology is making a very crucial impact on all aspects of our life, and including the criminal investigations that police officers conduct. We know that the future now depends on connectivity, whether it is artificial intelligence or self-driving cars to telemedicine and mixed reality. There's a host of technologies. All the things we hope will make our lives easier, safer, and healthier, they require higher speed and connectivity. To keep up with the demand, the mobile industry introduced the 5G network. It is so named because it is the fifth generation of wireless technology. 5G, as you know, brings faster speeds of up to 10 gigabits per second to your phone. That's fast enough to download a 4K movie in 25 seconds. But 5G is not just about faster connections. It also delivers lower latency and allows for more devices to be connected at the same time or simultaneously. While the 5G networks are expected to deliver high speeds of current 4G LTE networks, new security concerns are also rising as the long-awaited Internet of Things comes into view. There are obvious upsides for both the consumers and law enforcement officers who have had to contend with data limitations and power constraints that have frustrated the adoption of the most cutting-edge solutions. Police officers in the field will enjoy a faster performance from real-time data solutions such as facial similarity and license plate scanning, as the accuracy receives a boost from the higher ceiling of data communication. The low latency and faster output from mission critical applications will empower officers to become more digitally autonomous, as they can spend more time in the field and less at the station. But at the same time, mobile devices have transferred data through a single medium such as Wi-Fi or a mobile network tower. 5G allows for a device to obtain partial data from a network tower and other data through alternative means, such as connecting to a Wi-Fi hotspot, satellite, or ISP. This will mean that investigators will have to piece together the digital trail of suspects or victims using multiple data communication sources and logs. So, the importance of having a digital intelligence solution that can integrate disparate data logs and media into a cohesive timeline is critical to avoid manually matching data threads and formats that could consume precious time. Companies are racing to have the fastest or the largest 5G networks, and countries are competing to be the first to deploy fully functional nationwide 5G. That is because the benefits of the new technology are expected to fuel transformative new technologies, not just for consumers, but also for businesses, infrastructure, and defense applications. Much of the hype around 5G has to do with speed, but there are other perks too. 5G will have greater bandwidth, meaning it can handle many more connected devices than previous networks. That means no more spotty service when you're in crowded area, and it will enable even more connected devices like toothbrushes and self-driving cars. The fifth generation of cellular networks is up to 100 times faster than 4G. 5G is creating never before seen opportunities for people and businesses. Faster connectivity speeds, ultra low latency, and greater bandwidth is advancing societies, transforming industries, and dramatically enhancing day to day experiences. Services that we used to see as futuristic, such as e health, connected vehicles, and traffic systems, and advanced mobile cloud gaming, have arrived now. With 5G technology, we can help create a smarter, safer, and more sustainable future. 5G runs on the same radio frequencies that are currently being used for your smartphone, on Wi Fi networks, and in satellite communications. But it enables technology to go a lot further. Beyond being able to download a full length HD movie to your phone in seconds, 5G is really about connecting things everywhere, reliably without lag, so people can measure, understand, manage things in real time. This has enormous potential. So, we thought that in this webinar and these times, to understand 5G network, its working, and challenges that the law enforcement agencies may have to face, we should organize this webinar. I hope in this webinar you will gain a lot from the knowledge that is discussed here, and this will help you in investigation of criminal cases where 5G networks are involved. I wish all the participants here a very enriching and gainful experience here. Thank you very much. Welcome once again to this webinar. Over to you now, Manoj. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your inspiring words. It will certainly inspire our participants to gain knowledge during the session. Once again, thank you, sir. Now I request Srimati Shefali Takalkar, our training officer and cyber faculty, to please introduce today's eminent speaker of the program, Shefali ma'am. Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
I hope I am audible now.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Please
Okay.
continue.
Good morning, all respected director, sir, my colleagues, and all participants. For today's webinar subjected investigation on 5G network, we have with us Dr. Rakesh Kumar Jha. Dr. Rakesh Kumar Jha is an associate professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing, Jabalpur. He is among the top 2% researchers of the world. He is carrying out his research in wireless communication, power optimizations, wireless security issues, and optical fiber communication. He has done his BTech honors in Electronics and Communication Engineering and MTech from NIT Jalandhar, India in 2008. He has received his PhD degree from NIT Surat in 2013, and he has completed his schooling from Science College and High School, Jabalpur. He has published more than 61 SCI journal papers, including IEEE Transactions, IEEE Journal, Elsevier, Springer, Taylor and Francis, Hidway, etc. He has published more than 25 interference, including ITU-T, IEEE, and lots more. Dr. Jha's one concept related to the router of wireless communication has been accepted by ITU, International Telecommunication Union, in 2010. He has received the Young Scientist Author Award by ITU in December 2010. He has received an APAN Fellowship in 2012 Sri Lanka, 2016, and in 2017 from China, 2018 Singapore, 2018 New Zealand, 2019 South Korea. He is a senior member of IEEE, GISFI, and SIAM, International Association of Engineers, Advanced Computing and Communication Society. He has filed 8 patents, out of which 4 are published. Dr. Jha had 12 years of rich academic, industrial, and research experience in various institutes, universities, including NIT Surat, Capgemini India Private Limited, SMVD University. He has also served as an organizing member and TPC member for several national and international conferences. He has organized many workshops and has also been invited as a resource person in many workshops organized by prestigious research institutes. He has guided 8 PhD students, 2 submitted theses, and rest are doing. About his qualification, as already I have included in his profile, he is PhD from National Institute of Technology, Surat, in wireless communication, and MTech from MIT Jalandhar. So I welcome Jha sir for today's session, and I would request you to please start your session, sir.
I'm audible?
Sir.
Yeah. So good morning, all in all. On the behalf of IIIT Jabalpur, I would like to thanks CAPT Bhopal and especially Director Sir. I think he has done a lot of R&D about, and they have already given the brief about the 5G. In the and I would like to also thank Amrit Sir, coordinator of this workshop, Shefali ma'am. Once again, thank you to invite me. And I really excuse me if I forget any name of all the coordinators. So once again, thank you from IIIT Jabalpur. Now, can I share my screen? Hopefully, my screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes. So today in today's agenda, first of all, I will provide the idea about how evolutions of this 5G networks will become it's available to all. Introduction to now, initially we are talking about the 5G, but now at the time of deployment, we thought we are moving from 5G and 5G NR, new radio. Then we will also discuss with the use cases of 5G NR. And the most important thing here we will discuss if any time you thought any questions in your mind, please ask me so that the workshop is in induction mode. And at the same time, I will discuss the 2-3 case studies of the 5G directly related to some 2 important case studies related to security issues of 5G and IoT. And that is really, provide a good platform for all the researchers who can judge which type of attack or security attack can be possible through 5G networks. Then I will also discuss about the areas of the focus in 5G networks. Since in 2013, I was the member of one of the member that has proposed the 5G architecture. At that time, no one thought that will be deployed in after 10 years or 15 years. But the same what I proposed, the bandwidth and the data rate and other parameters, that is the same, approximately the same is going to deploy. In the same line, we will also develop about the security architecture, attack modeling of the 5G networks, and in the last sessions we will discuss about the real-time application of the 5G networks. So before we proceed further, the first condition is how 5G will evaluate, right? So in this diagram, we all are able to see broadly the entire wireless networks can divide into indoor and outdoor networks, right? Indoor, that means the fixed and pedestal network. Pedestal is basically defined by the ITOT. That is a pedestal network is 2 types, fixed and mobile. And if you are moving in the corridor, that come into the indoor networks, but you are walking on the road and do the cycling, that is comes into the pedestal network. That means if your run rate is or speed of the mobility is less than 1 kilometer, that is comes into the indoor networks. And if your speed is greater than or mobility is greater than 2 to 3 kilometers, then but there is a limitations of up to 4 kilometers, that is outdoor communication. So in this y-axis we are able to see the mobility and coverage. So initially the 1G, then 2G, then 2.5G, then 3G. Then you are able to see this generations will increases, then mobility and coverage is increases. You are able to see then y-axis, right? At the same time, there are 2 important switching networks. There are 2 important switching networks, that is the circuit switch and packet switch. So initially up to the 2G, the entire network is circuit switched. So hopefully you people understood the concept of about the circuit switch and the packet switch. So if I just give the some summary. In the circuit switch, before a communication starts, a dedicated path will be formed, right? Or dedicated path will be identified. But in the case of packet switching, no dedicated path is identified before the data will transform from source to destinations. What is the benefit? Since let us assume that here is one node A, and we node A want to transfer the data to the node D. So between them, B, C, the different node will appear. So in the circuit switch, there is a fixed path. There is a dedicated path should be formed from A to D. So you can reserve the bandwidth, right? So that bandwidth is not allocated to other one till the total data will transfer to the D. But at the same time, in packet switching, since no dedicated path is there, so asynchronous type of network is there. So if Rakesh is here, Suresh is there, all can transfer the data at the same time with a different node. or with the different hopes. So in the case of packet switching, we are able to save the bandwidth, right? And in circuit switching, you will block that bandwidth or through the dedicated path. That's why we are moving from circuit switch to packet switching. Hopefully, everyone understood this. And at the y-axis, you are able to see this 1G, 2G, 2.5G, 3G, 3.5G, 3.75G, and 4G. So at the y-axis, the mobility is very, very high. At the same time, coverage will also high. And third one is very, very important, that is data rate. So the question is how the generation increases, data rate increases. So if you have the notepad book, so please notepad, so please write. We know that bandwidth is directly proportional to frequency. What is the relation? So bandwidth is proportional to frequency by Q. Q is the quality factor. That means if the frequency increases, bandwidth of the system is increases, right? If the bandwidth is increases, then we know that capacity of the channel increases. How? Since we know that capacity is directly B log base to 1 plus SNR. So if bandwidth is increases, your capacity of the channel is increases. This is very, very important relations, because entire wireless communication system is depends on this. So the question is, what is the frequency? Since when we are talking about the 1G, 2G, 2.5G, 3G, when this generation increases, frequency increases drastically. And the question is, if the frequency increases, data rate directly increases? No. That is the relation with the, if yes, frequency increases, data rate increases, but there's a lot of challenges. Since we know that the signal strength, that means that is the function of wavelength, is C by F. So if lambda is inversely proportional to frequency. So what happened? So initially, we are talking about the AM, FM, then 1G, 2G. So what happened in the entire generations, in the journey of wireless communication, what happened? So frequency increases. So frequency increases, that means signal strength is decreases. Signal strength is decreases, that means attenuation is higher. So that's why in the case of attenuation increases, that means range of the coverage of the base station or cell is decreases. That is the real challenges, real challenge of the generation increases, right? So, but to achieve the high data rate, we should be approach, or we should be dedicated the generations with a higher frequency. That's why in currently today is 5th August, and we are as a researcher projecting and proposing one things. So in the future, might be cell network is not available. There is a cell-free network is there, because 1.5 kilometer is there. Currently the frequency is up to there's two range, 5G and R range, up to 6 gigahertz or 28 gigahertz. But in future generations, the frequency up to 54 gigahertz. So the frequency increases, I already told, signal strength is decreases, attenuation increases, that means cell size is very, very low. So in the future, in the upcoming days, there is no cell, that is, there is no, might be there is no base station there, that is cell-free networks. So hopefully you understood this. Circuit switch and packet switch. Circuit switch, a dedicated path is required. In packet switch, there is no dedicated path is required, so we can save the bandwidth. That's why we are moving from circuit switch and packet switching, right? Now, there's a one other concept that is known as unlicensed band and licensed band. So always remember that unlicensed band is free of cost, but very, very popular. You know, Bluetooth, everyone have the smartwatch, headphone, all are using with the Bluetooth, right? And Wi-Fi, I think last 15 days, they no alternative of the Wi-Fi. But yes, in 5G, Wi-Fi is not there. The name of this Wi-Fi is a small cell access point. So in 5G, Wi-Fi replaced with the small cell access point, SCA. I will discuss in later. And after the development of satellite, there is a since Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity, So once satellite will be the part of 5G and 6G, beyond 5G basically, that is known satellite fidelity will come. So yes, Wi-Fi after this, Wi-Fi can be replaced. Not these all are complementary in nature. So now we will move from these evolutions to second. What are the basically the concept of this 5G networks? Initially, when the 2G, 2.5G was developed, so important condition was the improving coverage area to increase the larger area to cover, right? But after the 3G and 3.5G, the main target is improving system capacity, right? That means only the data rate. But towards 4G and 5G, not only the capacity, but also to improve the energy efficiency. Because you know that if the very high frequency is, you can achieve the data rate, but a lot of challenges will come. Real-time example is, last 2-3 years, we are observing as a researcher, the small kid, facing some problems. At the time of when they awake and try to go to schools, and they complaining about mama मुझे itching हो रही है, और तो we thought कि ये तो बहाना बना रहा है. But that is the challenges with the high frequency things, because if the frequency is high, then radiation is very, very high. Because so what happened, you very due to high frequency, let us know that your this is your hand, high frequency strike this, there's a specific absorption rate, right? And a specific absorption rate will be, your this skin will be, hot, right? But since the kids' skin is not so tough and very, very, sensitive, so they will basically affected by that radiations. So that is this, if this portion is hot, and यदि आप उसको क्या करोगे, पानी से नहाएगा तो सडनली से क्या होगा, कोल्ड होगा. So hot and cold is the same time, then they are producing that itching. So हम सोचते हैं कि might be the water is dirty or some other challenges, but one of the challenges of this 5G is the radiation effect of a specific absorption rate, right? And second thing, हम कभी जब ये market में जाते हैं, we are try to buy any smartphone, we are not only thinking about कि इसमें कितने ज़्यादा features हैं, but never thought about the SAR. So please जब भी आप phone खरीदें, सबसे पहले specific absorption rate देखें. उसके हर एक phone के पीछे में SAR rate लिखा रहता है, right? या *047 hash करके आप डालेंगे तो उसका specific absorption rate आपको मिल जाएगा. That is very, very important things because indirectly or आपके जो sleeping period है उसको भी disturb कर रहा है. So that is very, very important, challenging task for all the researchers. And we have developed one model जो अभी मैं आज को case study में बताने वाला हूँ. एक मोबाइल फोन में आपका क्या होता है, when you will want to switch off the phone, या तो directly switch off कर सकते हैं, either you will produced in a flight mode, but we have developed one other mode that is known as thermal radiation mode, TR mode. What is the thermal radiation mode? I will discuss later. Now, I already told a lot of challenges at the time of deployment in the 5G networks, and there is one organizations, third generation private partnership organizations. They are all taking care about all the 5G deployment in the currently. Previously, IEEE was very, very dominating in the case of wireless communication, but 3GPP now these days very, very dominating. In release 15, now currently in 2023 release 17 are available, but a starting point is release 15, third generation's partnership project. And in this project there are two types of band is involved, FR1 and FR2 band, right? So FR1 band is up to 6 gigahertz. That means since you know that if the frequency is lower, so lower data rate, lower capacity will there. So I already told. My voice is clear because I'm getting one message. Voice is not clear. Safali ma'am, my voice is clear.
Voice is clear, sir. In between 2 times, you had gone offline. That's why there was a message.
Okay. So if any, just okay. So can I so in this this presentations we are able to see there are 2 types of band in 5G NR, FR1 and FR2. Already told, if the frequency is lesser, the data rate is lesser, and there is the sub-carrier spacing. So what is the sub-carrier spacing? So let us assume that you have required 100 rupees. Other person is required 200 rupees. Third person required 400 rupees. So that is, let us assume that here rupees is a bandwidth, right? So there is a and base station have a total 1000 rupees. So on the basis of your requirement, base station will allocate the carrier. So entire 1000 is divided into sub carrier, and that sub carrier, on the basis of your demand, they will provide the spacing, sub carrier spacing, right? So in one band up to 6 gigahertz, and other band is greater than 6 gigahertz band, and above 6 gigahertz band, basically as a researcher we have standardized 2 FR2 band. One is 28 gigahertz and other is 54.4 gigahertz. So currently the entire world is deploying the 5G networks on the sub 6 gigahertz band FR1 and FR2 at 28.4 gigahertz. So this is very important point, right? So what happened? So if gigahertz, sub gigahertz is higher frequency, then bandwidth capacity is higher. Now, in 5G case study, in 5G NR case studies, to achieve this sub gigahertz band, 6 gigahertz band, and 28 gigahertz, there are 3 key perform indicator. One is EMBB, is known as enhanced mobile broadband. Second one is ultra reliable low latency communications, and third is massive machine type communications. What is this? So see here. So this is the very important case studies. That is that's why 5G is very popular. The first is 3 use cases of 5G NR. First one is enhanced mobile broadband. So enhanced mobile broadband, in this case, we are able to see high data rates, immense coverage, improved user experience, enhanced connectivity, and here virtual reality and augmented reality is not fully satisfied because there is a low latency is required. So this virtual reality, augmented reality initially has faced some problems. So that EMBB, AR and VR application will move in URLLC also, right? Second is massive machine type communications. That is a smart city, smart health, smart retail. That is very popular. So MMTC is currently really popular due to these applications that satisfy. वहां से एयरपोर्ट से कुछ मेरे लिए ये लेना था, मुझे किसी ने बताया कि वहां चॉकलेट इस तरह का बहुत अच्छा होता है. So okay, so you came back in India. So what happened? Now currently we all are purchasing or retail retail customers, smart retailing, all are we are purchasing anything with the image processing or image quality, based on the image quality. So let us assume that we want to purchase this hand sanitizer, and but in this, we are going to purchase through market, or you will just purchase from Flipkart, Amazon. So if you will go and purchase from Amazon and Flipkart, what happened? So you are able to just see the pictures, and the same pictures you are visualizing. Rakesh will visualize, Suresh will visualize the same things. You are not able to visualize what are the date of manufacturing date, what is the expiring date, what is the contents is there. But in the augmented reality and virtual reality concept, due to ultra low latency, you can in the future, this is known as touch technologies. Touch technology means you are able to feel this bottle, right? You are able to see exact uh, license number, exact expiry date, everything you can able to see this in real time. So you just feel it, just wear the augmented virtual reality devices, and actually you can brought lively, virtually, but as a live purchasing. So that is the power of touch technologies enabled with the 5G, right? And that is related with the ultra reliable low latency features, right? So in the future you will all purchase, like medicine, you will going to purchase. So we thought, 20%, 30% they are giving the offer. No, they are not giving any offer, because due to the expired date, since the expired date only 6 months or pending, so that's why they are offering 30%, 40%, on medicine. But when the touch technology is there, augmented reality and virtual reality will be going to implement in real time. You will actually feel and select the product on the basis of your requirement, what are the expiry date and other things. So that is the power of future smart retailing, right, on the basis of 5G and all. Now there's some theoretical parts, but I want to address 2-3 important points. So what are the basic achievement of 5G? So 1,000 times increased data volume per area, right? So 1,000 times as compared to 3G, 3.5G, and approximately 500 to 700 times as compared to 4G or LTE. But recently, we Volt LTE have advanced features till the 5G deployed. We know that now initially we all are able to call in 4G system through some apps. But now there's a one IP based features is there in Volt LTE, voice over LTE. You can directly call to your mom, your dad through without any apps. That is the power of Volt LTE and upcoming 5G. So secondly, at the same time, large number of devices can be connected. That's why 5G is incorporated with the ultra dense networks. Very low latency. Very low latency will be there, right? In fraction of millisecond, the data will process, right? Very 5 times reduced in delay. That means ultra low latency will be incorporated. Now, importance of 5G. Why 5G is very important? So yes, one is 5G in mobile technology. Second one is 5G in automotive industry. 5G in Internet of Things. 5G in networking. 5G in cloud computing. One thing is very important. That is cloud computing, right? So now these days, cloud computing and edge computing, fog computing, as edge computing is very popular and very playing a vital role, because in edge computing latency is very lower, and they can serve the the demand of Internet of Things, right? So let us example, anyone have some idea about the cloud computing? Anyone have the idea? Please discuss, or I will describe so that you can always remember this. So let us assume that you all are using Gmail account, everyone. if I'm not wrong, everyone using Gmail account or any mail account. So if you are using Gmail account, just today I am giving one task. See, at the lower positions, you can able to mark the IP address, last IP address, time, last login details, and the data, the pending is available with you, right? So let us assume that you can upload images, pictures, data on all the documents, share the documents with the help of Gmail account with the using of Drive. But uh, uh, what are the features available with the Gmail? They will provide only 15 GB free data. But what happened if the 15 GB data will be filled? So what we'll do? So there is the one provisions, you can invest 1,300 rupees per month, so that your data will increase up to 100 GB, right? Suddenly you required is again increase, so might be you are looking for the 200 GB. Then you are looking for the 1 TB. Let us assume that you have some company, you want to secure your data, and you want to host that the website on Google account only. So what happened? Initially 15 GB, purchase after the purchasing 100 GB, again 200 GB, then 1 TB, like that. So what happened? Your data is increases, right? After 2-3 years, you realize that mujhe zarurat nahi hai. So no issue. You initially you are paying 1,300, then 2,000, then 5,000, like that. But suddenly you thought, now there is no requirement of this such a large database. So what you will do? Remove the package. So again, see, 100, 200 GB, 1 TB. Initially, again 1 TB to 200 GB, then 100 GB. So what happened? That will be work as a elasticity. आपने रबर को देखा है, जितना चाहे आप घिस सकते हैं और छोड़ देंगे तो फिर से वो अपने रिगेन हो जाएगा. So that is the properties with the cloud computing. कभी भी आपसे कोई पूछे what is the cloud computing? Cloud computing have one very essential properties that is known as elasticity. That means जितना आपको चाहिए उतना खींच लें, जितना चाहिए आप उसको इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं, और 24/7 अवेलेबल है वो. एट द सेम टाइम पे पर यूज, राइट? पे पर यूज मींस जितना आप यूज करेंगे डेटा यू विल पे, और इफ यू रिड्यूस द डेटा रिक्वायर्ड, आपका पेमेंट कम हो जाएगा. सो पे पर यूज, एंड सेकेंडली द इलास्टिसिटी इज two important things associated with the cloud. That is very important. And cloud is different types. I already told, for computing, edge computing. Sometimes there is a SaaS, PaaS is relations deployment model related with this cloud computing. Okay, so hopefully you understood the cloud. Now there are 4-5 areas that is very important. We are going to focus. First one is the power optimizations. Second one is to achieve the larger data rate. Third one is the quality of service, and fourth one is security. I will discuss 2 security issues case studies, real time case studies, जो आपको मतलब थोड़ा अच्छा भी लगेगा, and real time जो आपसे related है उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. Now I already discussed about the key parameters of 5G, eMMTS, eMBB, and ultra reliable low latency. This is the very important concept of 5G parameters, key parameters, right? I already told there's a 2 bands, 1 to 6 GHz and above 6 GHz. Now we are in second phase, that is known as 5G wireless network architecture. So how any wireless network has deployed in the current scenario. So 4-5 important technologies is involved in the 5G architectures. So what happened? One is base stations, no doubt. Second one is concept is massive MIMO. So you people understood or not? If you are please able to if I'm able to present something. So let us see about the MIMO concept, right? MIMO, what is the MIMO concept and D2D concept? I will discuss one by one. So see, let us assume that I have two pins here. This is the transmitter, this is the receiver, right? So between them, let us assume that there is some trees in the picture, or building in between them. So there this transmitter, they are not able to send the information to this, right? This A will not transmit the information to B. So what will do? So that is the concept of MIMO. One transmitter, one receiver is known as single input, single output. That is known as CMO, right? Right? Single input, single output, right? That is known as CMO. But between them, there is a fading, a tree, building, they will not able to transmit. But let us assume that two transmitter, two receiver. So what happened? Two transmitter, that means multiple input, and two receiver, that means multiple output. That's why name is MIMO. MI, multiple input, MO, multiple output. So two transmitter, two receiver. So what happened? If this channel is fade, they will transmit this. ये इस वाले को दे देगा. Two ball, one ball, two ball is here, two ball is here. Let's say ये ball, ये वाला जो एरिया है वो फेडिंग हो गया, तो क्या करेंगे? नीचे वाले को दे देंगे. इसी तरह इधर वाला नीचे वाले को दे देगा. So what happened? We will increase the diversity. Or in the other term, layman term में बोले तो degree of freedom, right? अभी 2 था, फिर 4 कर सकते हैं, 8 कर सकते हैं, 16 कर सकते हैं. So number of, if number of input and number of output antenna is increases, and if that antenna is greater than 8 or 16, that is known as, पहले तो MIMO था, multiple input, multiple output, MIMO or MIMO. But if the increase the number of input and increase the number of output, so diversity is increases, degree of freedom is increases, spatial multiplexing process is high, so there is no fading. यदि कोई रोकना भी चाहे आपको, दो यदि बेसन है और आप रिसीव कर रहे हो, फोन कर रहे हो, बीच में कोई ट्री आ गया, बिल्डिंग आ गया, तो suddenly you will felt that network is decreases. But in the case of messy MIMO, due to the multiple antenna at the transmitter in, multiple antenna at the on your mobile phone, so diversity, due to the increase of diversity, your network is always available, right? That is the power of massive MIMO. Secondly, one concept is very, very popular, and that is the backbone of 5G network, that is known as device to device communications. You are able to see here is massive iPhone can serve the link to your phone. Your phone might be provide the link to other one. How? We will I will discuss in later phase. Third important point is a small cell access point. This is a small cell access point. So what is a small cell? The small cell initially, currently in your home or in your office, Wi-Fi has deployed, but in the future, a small cell access point. So what is the small cell access point? Now base stations directly send downlink the link to your SCA, and SCA will provide the link to the nearby mobile stations, right? So that is the the difference between current Wi-Fi and the future SCA. So what is the difference? Since current Wi-Fi WLAN is maximum supports 2 Mbps, 11 Mbps, and maximum 54 Mbps. But this small cell access point can provide up to 1 Gbps data rate, right? And higher than 1 Gbps data rate. So the question is, what in the second zone? Yes. So initially the cell is divided into only one zone, but in the future, due to the spectrum sharing approach, we will divide this cell into different zones. So this zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, I will visualize in next next slide, please. Wait, I'm describing that one. So now there are two types of communications. One is line of sight is there in multipath communication. There is a one line of sight communication, and other one is a non-line of sight communication. But in sometimes non-line of sight is better than line of sight, because there is a one phenomena is known as constructive phenomena and destructive phenomena. So let us assume that ये आपका फोन है और यहाँ पे एक सिग्नल आ रहा है that is +1 और रिफ्लेक्टेड होके दूसरा आ रहा है second signal. So this one is, if this is +1 और reflected होके यदि कोई आ रहा है -1 तो 0 हो जाएगा. So 1 - 1 is equal to 0. That is known as destructive phenomena, right? But this is 1, and after the reflection they will +1 again. So +1 +1 +2. So amplitude will be higher, right? So in the case of line of sight, if the constructive phenomena is there, then amplitude will be higher, right? So यदि आपको बेस स्टेशन नहीं दिख रहा है, in आप कहीं पे बैठे हो, अब आपको बेस स्टेशन नहीं दिख रहा है, फिर भी still you are receiving the signal, and higher signal might be sometimes because due to constructive phenomena. So understood this. If you are not receiving any signal, that is that is non-constructive, right? And or destructive phenomena. Or if your signal is very high, that means the constructive phenomena will appears by the base stations, right? So this is the two important concept. Third one, sometimes आप रियल टाइम अपना फोन निकालो अभी, तो फोन में दिखेगा, किसी को आपको दिख रहा होगा बोल्ड LT, किसी को दिख रहा होगा LT, किसी को दिख रहा होगा H, किसी को दिख रहा होगा AE. So that is H मतलब HSPDPA, that is 4G से पहले वाला. H से भी खराब सिग्नल है तो E दिख रहा होगा Edge technologies. Why this happened? Because all are related with the modulation scheme. So बोलोगे सर कि what is the modulation scheme? So there is a base station will be deploy AMC, adaptive modulation encoding. So there is a modulation that is known as BPSK, QPSK, QAM, and currently we are in the 5G we are using 256 QAM. अब ये difference क्या है? तो ध्यान से देखने आप यदि if you are able to visualize me. So in BPSK, only 2 bits in one symbol will transmit, right? So data rate is low. QPSK, larger number of bits, let us say 4 bits QPSK. QAM, 8 bits, 16 bits. So one symbol में जितना ज्यादा बिट करेंगे तो क्या होगा? बिट्स के बीच में थ्रेशोल्ड कम होता जाएगा. 2 बिट है तो इतना जगह है, 4 है तो और कम हो गया, 16 हो गया तो और कम हो गया, 128 हो गया तो और कम हो गया. So what happened? So बिट्स के बीच में स्पेस कम है, spacing between the 2 bits is lower. So noise क्या है आपके environment में? आप तो फोन कर रहे हो, but environment में चैनल में क्या है? The noise is there, multipath propagation is there, fading is there. So यदि इतना थ्रेशोल्ड है, that will be highly affected. That's why one concept is very important. और आप जितने भी हैं, all are knowing the concept of jamming. So jamming is, why jamming is can be performed? Because we know that we can receive any signal by if the SNR, signal to noise ratio, is greater than 1. But if noise is higher, then SNR is lesser than 1, right? So what we'll do in this in the case of jamming, we'll produce this noise in such a way your noise will be higher in that particular environment, and anyone will not receive the signal in that particular area, right? So that is the concept of constructive, destructive, and modulation scheme. Now future, in the case of future scenario, can I move the second slide? Okay, so this is the attenuations. Next, why the slide is not moving?
Slide is stick to one slide only.
Yes, Sanjay. Yes, why not? This is not moving. Just now is okay. Is there some problem? Yes. So I'm audible to everyone? Ma'am, I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
Yes, yes, yes. So now in this slide, the next generation slide, that is the 5G is there. Device-to-device communication, messy MIMO is there. In the second condition, 5G NR is there. In this case, we are able to see vehicle-to-vehicle communication, VANET network is there, e-health care there, industrial IoT is there. And future, in 6G, we are concentrating about, VLC, visual light communications is there. Hybrid techniques are there, UMA and NUMA is there, right? So this is the basic fundamental of this architecture, the extension of this one. I will share this screen because, due to the time limit, I will discuss some case studies also. So there are 4-5 important technologies involved in 5G, that is D2D communications, beamforming, spectrum sharing, ultra dense network, Internet of Things, and messy MIMO, right? So now we will move towards the device-to-device communications. So how the device-to-device communication will form in the real-time scenario. So currently, आप लोग जितने भी हो, how we can receive the signal from the base stations or Wi-Fi, right? But in the future, base station will be send the information to you, right? Let us assume that base station will send the information to R, and nearby, if R to S, let us assume that Rakesh के बगल में कोई सुरेश है, and their distance between myself and his mobile phone is less than 30 meters, then in future, base station will not send the information to Suresh by the base stations. वो link कौन भेजेगा? By the from Rakesh phones, right? So that is the power of device-to-device communications. So how that will form? So practically we'll see. So let us assume that this is the base, this is the cell area, actual area. तो दिख रहा होगा आपको, ये पूरे एरिया को हम क्या करते हैं? We will divide That's why this is known as sector-based approach, right? Sector-based approach. So what happened? To see, if you will divide this sector and this sector A to B, so at the edge of this, interference can be minimized. And due to in the 5G, the number of users is very high. That means dense to ultra dense. So if the user is ultra dense, then pair will be also high. If the high pair is there, high interference might be there. So that's why we will divide it entire cell into 3 different sectors and form the device-to-device pair. So bologe sir ki how we can form the device-to-device pair? So here is the concept. So pair formations based on the distance between the user equipment, and after the pair formation, we will provide the resource allocations. Resource allocation based on hidden Markov model. Hidden Markov model might be you heard about that, and might be we have done some work. That is very, very important algorithm that is also popular in currently machine learning and AI, because that is based on stochastic process, probability based approach. So hidden, still you are hidden, then but on the basis of Bayes rule, probability based, you can predict the future, right? So before we proceed, we thought about machine learning ki aisa hai waisa hai, buzzword, and that means this machine learning we are doing previously also. Let us assume that when you join this center, see, I think let us assume that you have joined CAPT Bhopal 3 months back, right? At the time of joining, might be you are knowing 1-2 peoples, right? But after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you make you met some good friends up there. So what happened? Let us assume that the one person A don't know the face, don't know the speech of the B, but after 3 months, वो पीछे मुड़ा हुआ होगा ना, फिर भी you are able to recognize his voice कि हाँ ये है बिना देखे हुए. So what is the power? Because feedback system होते हुए आप क्या करते हैं, एक दिन देखते हैं, दूसरे दिन देखते हैं, and there is a feedback method and your brain will be training, give the training. जितना ज्यादा आप उसको ट्रेनिंग देंगे, जितना आप उससे मिलेंगे, same in the data, जितना ज्यादा डेटा से आप उसको ट्रेनिंग करवाएंगे, the prediction will be high. The same machine learning is nothing but like our brain. How we are trained by initially by mom, then father, then society, and then able to predict कि कौन कैसा है, हम किसके बारे में बोल पाते हैं. That is the training, and that is the same model for the machine learning also. Same in the case of device pair formations. Let us assume that 50 users, 50 users जो हैं एक्टिव हैं अभी आपके मेरे सामने एक बेस स्टेशन है, near about this base stations 50 users are active. So how they can form the D2D pair? So the simple is method. So in there is input parameters. Initialize the number of users. You can able to see the left side. Initialize the total number of users, right? Let's say the total number of users is 50, right? And we can initialize all those pairs whose distance is less than here. If compute distance m and n, compute distance m and n. If distance m and n is less than d0, d0 is nothing but the 30 meters. If this distance is less than d0, then D2D formation, D2D pair formation is there. Okay. So here is the initial input parameters. Input parameters is nothing but the number of users will be active in this basis in the cell site. After this, you are able to form the pairs. Let us m and n will be initialized. Compute the distance m and n. If the compute of the distance m and n matlab your phone and your friend phone. If this distance is less than 30 meters, then form the pair, D2D pair, right? And pair is increased by 1 plus 1. Again D2D, so P plus 2 is there, P plus 2 is there, right? P plus 3 is there. So pair will be increased, right? And some users is not form the D2D pairs. They will directly survive the base stations here. Conventional cellular users. So there are two types of users in the case of 5G networks. One is D2D users and other user conventional cellular users. What is the conventional cellular user? They will not form the D2D pair through this condition. So they will, तो क्या उसको network नहीं मिलेगा क्या? मिलेगा. They will directly communicate it through the base stations, right? And cellular user is also increased by CU+1. Okay. So this is the first condition, the pair formations. Okay. Now we'll move to the second one. Now from this architecture we are able to see node number 10 and 7 form distance is 2.8. Right, 2.8 here, 2.8. So again, I alternate 2.8. So less than 30 meter, they can form the pairs. Less than 3.25 meters. So all the pairs we have formed here. किसके बीच में है ये? 20 और 19 users. मतलब ये कोई C or this one's D. Distance is less than 30 meters. They will form the pairs, right? Similarly, in this case. We will do the next pairs 8 to 20, 20 to 18. All the pairs is less than 30 meters. They will form the pairs. So if let's assume that this distance 18 to 21 is 32, is this form the pair? No, they will directly serve by the base stations. So this is the first method to form the pairs. So what happened if pair is formed? So see here. So without formation of the pairs, and after the formation of D2D pairs, we can calculate this compute throughput. That means channel capacity B log base 2 1 plus SNR. So you are able to see here, without proposed assisting scheme, throughput is very higher, and here the throughput is very lower. Either the number of pair is, see, so here, see, here is the throughput is this. Here the throughput is this. This is the power of D2D pair. So throughput will be increased very high in the case of D2D pair. Either 10 pairs, either 15 pairs, or number of pairs is 20 and number of 25. So in all the cases, we are able to see the number throughput will be very higher as compared to the current existing. So current existing, there is no D2D communication is there, so throughput is very lower. So but when we will form the D2D pairs in the 5G network, throughput will be very higher. Right now, this is a real-time case study that is already accepted by the 3GPP, and that is very good concept related to D2D formations, and that is known as resource block reuse concept. So resource block reuse concept, what is this? So let us assume that here is the base station. Let us assume that here is the base station. Base station, and you are here. Someone is here. Let us assume that this will be demand. This right. Let us assume this is the voice demand. You are calling mom, and this is the video demand. You are watching cricket, right? So let us assume that at the time of calling, you are demanding the request to the base station, and they will fulfill the request, response, positive element, and data transfer. So let us assume that they will transfer 100 subcarrier. Here is 500 subcarrier, but due to voice application, they are using only 70 subcarrier. So currently, what happened? 100 minus 70, that means 30 subcarrier is wastage. 30 carriers is wastage, right? But in the future, there is one concept that is known as resource block reuse. What is the resource block reuse? This 30 will be given to this one or nearby D2D pairs. So that is the power of this reuse, resource block reuse concept. So we thought, अरे मैंने डिमांड कर दिया, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? हमने 100 डिमांड किया था, 70 का यूज कर लेंगे, 30 वेस्टेज आएगा. No, because if you're demanding 100 and using 70, that means your battery power, battery आपने देखा होगा कि आपका बैटरी लाइफ टाइम आज का मोबाइल का बहुत कम हो गया, right? But in the future, in the 5G, no doubt, lifetime is battery is a very important factor for that case also. But due to the reuse factor, your battery life can be enhanced, right? And we have practically performed. We can enhance the battery lifetime through resource block reuse by 41%. So that is the very unique concept of this this resource block reuse. Now this is the mathematical relations that is not I think related to you people. But यदि आपको चाहिए होगा तो I will send or share this PPT to ma'am. So what is this? Here is the algorithm. First one is the pair formation. Second one is the adaptive resource block allocations. This adaptive resource block मतलब जितना जरूरत है उतना ही जरूरत देंगे. If you are looking for the text message, you are looking for the voice message, if you are looking the video message, किसी को WhatsApp करना है, आजकल आपने देखा होगा data traffic is very high. 70% बंदे free है हमारा WhatsApp, फिर भी call नहीं करते. We are sending the message. So data traffic is very high rather than voice. और video तो बहुत ही कम हो गया आजकल. But initially 5 years before, जब YouTube बहुत पॉपुलर हुआ था और WhatsApp उतना ज्यादा नहीं था, तो video traffic was very high. right? So the concept is adaptive resource allocation means what are the demanding we will fill, और यदि कुछ बचा हुआ है तो we will reuse that block, and that is the power of 5G, right? So again, what happened? So there is a one very good concept that is known as quality of service and quality of experience. And quality of experience, I think नहीं बोलना चाहिए, but very few company has done the survey कि quality of experience क्या है किसी जैसे चाहे Airtel हो, Jio हो या Vodafone हो in our country, or different service NSP is there, but very few companies doing the research quality of experience. What is the quality of experience? That means known is depends on MOS. What is the MOS? MOS is the mean opinion score, is the one value in a networking. On the basis of survey, we will find the value of MOS. If the value is greater than 4, is good. 4 point greater than 4.5, excellent. Less than 3.5, less than 4 or between 3.5 to 4, good. और उससे पहले नीचे वाले हैं सब worst है. आपने देखा होगा कि हम 5G की बात तो कर रहे हैं, but still we are not able to getting the good network due to this, we are not, company are not doing the quality of experience at any level, right? So that is the problem with all the company and there. So here one important concept is known as the complexity, right? So when in 5G, देखना ध्यान से आप कि 1000 user is there, मैं donate करता हूँ, आप ही बताना कि अल्ट्रा कैसे हो रहा है ये. So this initially cell size is this, after cell size is this, after cell size is this. So 3G, 4G, cell size is reduced, but number of devices increases. So what happened? Totally dense, right? Totally dense is there. So entire large number of traffic in a small cell. So this is the problem in 5G due to the cell size is reduced because frequency is very high, attenuation is very high. So cell size is lower, number of devices is larger. So that is ultra dense network. And due to ultra dense network, interference is the very important factor, right? So complexity, if interference is very high, complexity of the system is very high. Now we are moving towards the case study, real time case study. Please, अभी तक तो जो भी था, अब हम देखते हैं real time. Till now I have given the basics of the 5G, but now the real time deployment case studies, real time deployment case studies is there. So one is known as adaptive beam forming. और प्लीज 2 मिनट मेरे को ध्यान देखिएगा, आपको हमेशा याद रहेगा ये. सो जैसे हम सांस लेते हैं ना, ज्यादा सांस लेंगे और कम सांस लेंगे, उस पे है ये कॉन्सेप्ट. दैट इज नोन एज beam breathing concept in 5G. What is this? So see here. So let us assume that the entire, this is the base station, right? This is the zone 1. किसी सर ने पूछा था कि zone 1 zone 2 क्या होता है. So this is the zone 1, this is the zone 2 and this is the zone 3. ये मैप हमने गूगल मैप्स पे, लेट अस assume that आपका जो CAPT है उसके बगल में कोई मोबाइल टावर है and they are serving the different mobile users, right? ME. So here let us assume zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. आप क्या देख पा रहे हैं, आप लोग यदि देख पा रहे होंगे, zone 1 have less number of users, zone 2 have the large number of users, and zone 3 is the larger than zone 1 but lesser than zone 2, right? सेम आपके सिनारियो में आप देखो, आप जहां पे आप रह रहे होगे, लेट अस अस्यूम दैट ऑफिस टाइम में मैक्सिमम यूजर किसी एक ऑफिस एरिया में ज्यादा होंगे, मॉर्निंग आवर्स में मैक्सिमम यूजर्स कहां होंगे, अपने मेस साइड और या जहां आपका रेसिडेंशियल होगा उधर होंगे. सो दैट इज द मूवमेंट. सो जोन 1 टू जोन 2, जोन 2 टू जोन 3 और वाइस वर्सा, राइट? सो व्हाट विल डू? सो करेंटली if omnidirectional antenna is there, तो क्या करेगा omnidirectional? The same radiating power will be sent uniformly. तो क्या होगा, जहां पे zone 2 where the network is required is highly demanded, नेटवर्क की बहुत ज्यादा डिमांड है, उस जगह पे भी हमें क्या करना पड़ रहा है, सेम नंबर ऑफ पावर रेडिएट करके भेजना पड़ रहा है. सो व्हाट हैपेंड, some users will face the challenge. What type of challenge? They will not receive the proper SNR, proper range. तो आप देखोगे वोल्ट LTE से सडनली वो LTE या एज या H दिखने लगेगा आपके मोबाइल फोन पे. So what will do? So there is a one method that is known as beam breathing. So beam breathing दो तरह के होते हैं. एक को बोलते हैं to increase the beam directivity, and दूसरा को बोलते हैं beam merging. Right? So beam merging and beam directivity आपको बताता हूँ. Let's say this is the base station. Right? मेरा beam पहले कैसा था? Uniformly look like this. Right? But if you will increase this half power, ये half power bandwidth बोलते हैं इसको. If you will decrease the half power bandwidth, तो ये reduce होके कम इतना कर लें तो क्या होगा ये ऐसे हो जाएगा. तो क्या व्हाट हैपेंड? आपने कभी बेंडिंग करते देखा है किसी को? यदि बहुत ज्यादा इंटेंसिटी यदि आप रखेंगे, मतलब थोड़ा हाई इंटेंसिटी रखें तो कम दूरी पर आएगा, जब उसको प्रेस करेंगे तो दूर तक जाएगा. सेम हियर इन द बीम केस. सो इनिशियली द रेंज इज दिस वन इतना, बट यदि हाफ पावर बैंडविड्थ को रिड्यूस कर दिया मैंने तो रेंज यहां तक पहुंच गया. बट व्हाट हैपेंड? दिस कैन बी फुलफिल द सर्विस इफ द यूजर डेंसिटी इज वेरी लो. यदि यूजर डेंसिटी बहुत कम हो तो. If user will also available here, so then what will do? If let us assume that this is the base station, right? If base station is user number is large number, what will do? Will merge the two beam. अब क्या होगा? So here the bandwidth half power is very high, and the users here, all can be served. So if the density will be higher, then we merge the two beam. That is known as beam merging. But if the user density is lower and user is here, so we will reduce the bandwidth, half power bandwidth. This is known as directivity, high directivity. This is the beam merging. So सांस कस के छोड़ना और लेना, right? This is the beam breathing concept in the 5G. So what is the concept? If the user density is lesser but very longer distance from the base stations, boundary edge, then directivity concept will be there, right? If the user density is higher, let us assume that आपके office hours है 10 to 5, all the persons is in the cabin, right? So we will merge the two beam or more than one two beam, right? That is known as beam merging concept. So hopefully you understood what we will do in the case of beam forming in the future scenario, right? If any doubt, please let me know. So see here, in this case, here the density is very higher. Here the density is higher, but some users are not able to satisfy it. इसको क्या मिल रहा है? 5G नहीं मिल रहा है. They are only receiving H or E. So what will do? मैंने इन दोनों बीम को merge कर दिया. देखिए आप. What will do? We merge. So here we will merge this beam. So now our power bandwidth बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गया, and we are able to satisfy it. Hopefully, I have addressed this beam breathing concept or beam forming concept in the 5G, right? कोई doubt होगा तो अभी we will discuss. Same. Through this, we are able to see simulation result, narrow beam forming, broad beam forming, and omnidirectional antenna. So omnidirectional antenna, we are able to see, very low, lesser, achieve data rate. But in this case, when you are using narrow beam forming, higher data rate. Similarly, in all these case studies, and we have also find out through this we can increase also the battery lifetime. Mobile device का battery lifetime भी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाएगा. Okay, now we are moving next target, that is known as spectrum sharing. इसके बाद कर लेंगे हम. थोड़ा एक हम मैं सिक्योरिटी का पहले बता देता हूँ. Then we will come into case 3. That is very important. Okay. Now one concept, please, आप सबके लिए जो भी आपके ट्रेनिंग सेंटर में काम करते हैं, ये रियल टाइम केस स्टडी है. And we have done the real time hardware deployment case study. इसमें मैं चाहूँगा कि आप लोग ये interrupt भी करें मुझे, because this is the 5G case studies based on IoT, Internet of Things concept, right? So this is very, very important concept for all, and hopefully I will address this challenge. और मैं इसमें क्वेश्चन भी चाहूंगा कि आप पूछें कि कैसे हमने डिप्लॉय किया, कैसे करेंगे, राइट? सो द सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज इन IoT, दो कोई स्टडी लेंगे, एक इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स का एंड अदर वन इज द 5G. आपने पेगासस सॉफ्टवेयर का नाम सुना होगा, बहुत ज्यादा न्यूज में आया था, कैसे हम उस अटैक को पकड़ सकते हैं, और आप भी उसको हैंड्स ऑन कर सकते हैं, या इन द फ्यूचर एनी टाइप्स ऑफ अटैक जो साइबर बेस्ड अटैक है उसको कैसे प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं, दैट इज आई विल डिस्कस. सो स्लोली मैं अभी इन दोनों केस स्टडी को पहले बताऊंगा, देन टाइम परमिट्स, देन वी विल डू अदर थिंग्स. So that is a very, very important concept that is known as narrowband IoT or IoT concept. So see here we are able to see here all the smart devices, everything's currently everything's on our internet. So that's why now IoT is not there. Everything's on IoT. Everything's on Internet of Things. So here we are able to see water meter, implant, home sensor, consumer electronics, smart weathering, smart farming devices is installed at different locations through nearby IoT base stations. You this here through the cluster head gateway will send the information to base station, and that will be transferred to the the server for to the interface with the cloud, right, for the real-time process. And through cloud you can anytime, anywhere you are able to access the apps, right? So this is the basic architecture of this. Now here what we have done in the this case study. So we have considered one Wi-Fi hotspot, right? One, we have considered the IoT 5G lab Wi-Fi router. One is the wireless security camera. So this is the requirement. Please note down. You can do hands-on or deploy it in your lab also. Third is we have developed one UAV-based bot. This is the bot enabled with this Raspberry Pi, right? And here we have installed the Kali 9X, and here we have developed our own operating system based on Raspberry Pi. So this is the fourth requirement. Here's the entire installations and working for real-time hardware model. What happened? This is the wireless security camera. This is the installation of already told Wi-Fi camera. This is the that is bot that will try to spoof this Wi-Fi 5G lab. And this is the clone-based SCA. Clone-based, how they can you can create your clone SCA. And this is the setup. We are here, and my scholar is there to hack this Wi-Fi router through Kali 9X and bot. So what happened? आपने movie भी देखा होगा Uri like that, but that was the that initial phase of DRDO project. So what happened? What we have done in this project? See here. So what we have done? Let us assume that. So initially, what we have done? First, take one Raspberry Pi. Install. There's a 7 to 10 steps. You can install Raspberry Pi and create the Raspberry Pi as your operating system. And once your Raspberry Pi behaves as operating system, you can create Raspberry Pi as a Wi-Fi module, Wi-Fi router. And there is a one very big challenge for all. One Raspberry Pi can able to behaves as a router, right? So how can behaves? So let us assume that you have blocked your Wi-Fi, right? But through Raspberry Pi, you can just plug in LAN port to that Raspberry Pi Ethernet port, and they will Ethernet port is converted adapter, because a Raspberry Pi can behave as a adapter like Wi-Fi, and that adapter you can just give the name, any one name, right? Let us assume that rack is the name of this Raspberry Pi router. So in your building, anyone can able to use that Wi-Fi without any password, right? So that is the the real time challenge, and security breach can be appeared in the installed LAN networks. So in the what we have done, let us assume that in your home, let us assume in your home or in your office, here is a Wi-Fi router installed, right? Wi-Fi router installed, secured Wi-Fi router installed. Without password, you are not able to access the network, but we can. How? So let us assume that router name is CAPT Bhopal. CAPT Bhopal, right? Let us know that router name is CAPT Bhopal. But I'm intruder. I'm not able to access this hotspot. So what we'll do through bot device? Bot, I already told these are UAV device, and they can the size is very very less, sir. They can move towards this Wi-Fi point, this Wi-Fi router. So what happened? So always observe this one very very good concept. Let us assume that आप अपने घर से आ रहे हो, आप और ऑफिस पहुंचने वाले हो यहाँ पे आप. So before this, to reach this office, you are using क्या? Base station. And after जैसे ही आप इंटर करते हो और अपने कैबिन में आते हो, तो वो वाईफाई से ऑटोमेटिकली कनेक्ट हो जाता है. आप ऑब्जर्व करना. Initially, you are connected with the base stations, but when you are in the range of SCA or Wi-Fi in your cabin, directly you can switch off over there. ऐसा होता क्यों है? So there is a SNR comparison. Till then, आप ऑफिस में भी हो, but SNR तब आपके वाईफाई से तब तक कनेक्ट नहीं होगा जब तक कि SNR मतलब क्वालिटी ऑफ सिग्नल टू नॉइज रेशियो इज ग्रेटर देन बेस स्टेशन. जैसे बेस स्टेशन से ज्यादा हुआ, दे विल ऑटोमेटिकली स्विच राइट टू द दैट राउटर. दोज आर इंस्टॉल. तो बोलोगे सर वो तब होता है जब ऑलरेडी एक बार हमने क्या हुआ है उस पर लॉगिन किए हुए रहते हैं या वाईफाई पासवर्ड डाला होता है. एकदम 100% राइट, no doubt. So what we can do here? So see, here device is there. Device specification minimum is wireless camera, micro SD card, Android, a small cell access point, 2 GB RAM, module 2 different types of Raspberry Pi is there, wireless camera is there. Now what we have done in real time scenario, हमने क्या किया? सेम आपके कैंपस में आए, आपके ऑफिस के बगल में अपना कार्ड लगाया या अपने कार्ड नहीं दिया, तो हम हाई पावर डिवाइस जो मेरे फोन में है और ये Raspberry Pi enabled है, वो उसका हम क्या करते हैं? सो पावर इज वेरी वेरी हाई. इफ द जो भी डिवाइस है, जो बॉट डिवाइस है, उसका पावर थोड़ा हाई होना चाहिए, बिकॉज पावर इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू चैनल कोएफिशिएंट, एंड चैनल कोएफिशिएंट इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू चैनल गेन, और चैनल गेन डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू SNR. सो मेरे को एनी हाउ अपना SNR थोड़ी देर के लिए विद इन फ्रैक्शन सेकंड के लिए हायर रखना है. तो होगा क्या? पहले हमने क्या किया, अपनी जो Raspberry Pi था उसका क्लोनिंग के लिए हमने क्या किया, उस Raspberry Pi का नाम रखा सेम CAPT भोपाल. तो सी हियर in the case of here, you all are able to see here, this is the IoT 5G lab, और ये है IoT 5G lab सेम नाम से, क्लोनिंग नाम से. आप यहाँ पे देख रहे हैं आपका जो नेटवर्क डिप्लॉय है CAPT लॉक्ड है, सिक्योर्ड है, बट हमारा नेटवर्क सिक्योर्ड नहीं है. नहीं दिख रहा है ना? नहीं है ना सिक्योर? नो इशू. So now both are there, but my Wi-Fi is not connected. Still my Wi-Fi is not connected. क्यों नहीं है connected? Because here ध्यान से देखिएगा, because applying, अब क्या किया हमने, आपके जो IoT डिवाइस इंस्टॉल्ड है, मेरे पास एक सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल्ड है जिसका नाम है Kali 9X. एडवांस वर्जन में हम कहीं पे भी क्लोनिंग कर सकते हैं, मोबाइल पे क्लोनिंग कर सकते हैं, राइट, एंड वर्चुअली कहीं पे इंस्टॉल्ड है वो. वहां से हमने एक कमांड देते हैं, हम अप्लाइंग कमांड ब्लॉकिंग वैलिड SCA ड्यू टू which it transmit power become 0. और वो क्या करता है, वो सिग्नलिंग उस राउट जो आपके नेटवर्क पर डिप्लॉयड है उसको एक फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड के लिए सिग्नल भेजता है एंड उसको पावर ऑफ कर देता है. फ्रैक्शन, आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि वो ऑफ हो गया और ये हो गया, राइट. सो फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड के लिए दे विल पावर इज गोइंग टू ऑफ. बट एक कमांड, सिंपल एक कमांड है. आई एम नॉट एबल टू इफ ethical things, then I will share the things also. So meanwhile, जैसे ही आप उसको भेजोगे, so now see what happened. Name is same, cloning with the same name. जैसे डिसेबल हुआ और मैंने अपना वाईफाई का क्या रखा है, पासवर्ड डिसेबल रखा है, राइट, और हाईएस्ट सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ है. So at the same name, all the device will be ping with the same, IoT 5G lab or CAPT Bhopal. So now they are available with this, right? So what happened? Now again IoT 5G, your CAPT Bhopal is there with a secure network, but आपका device connect हो गया किससे, मेरे वाले से. Now they are fraction of second में with the disabling this IP. और मैं बताऊंगा कैसे हम MAC एड्रेस भी निकाल सकते हैं, कितना पावर लेवल है वो भी दिखा सकते हैं, अभी मैं दिखाऊंगा नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में. सो फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकेंड दे आर योर जो जहां पे बहुत ज्यादा सिक्योरिटी की जरूरत है वो वाईफाई कैमरा और वहां का कैमरा मेरे से कनेक्ट हो गया. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड, वी नो दैट ऑल द कैमरा आईपी एड्रेस इज कनेक्टेड विद द सर्वर. नाउ ऑल द feed we can directly fetch at our server instead of your server. So here meanwhile cloned intruder without security connected with itself with the IP camera. Even after unblocking, अब मैंने इसको छोड़ दिया, नहीं तो हम पकड़े जाएंगे. So unblock कर दिया. Even unblocking intruder SCA remain connected with the IP camera until signal strength of valid SCA become high. मैंने अपना क्या किया हुआ है, सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ हाई इसलिए करके रखा हुआ है कि ऑटोमेटिकली मेरे से कनेक्ट रहे. जैसे मेरा सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ कम होगा, देन जो ऑलरेडी सिक्योर नेटवर्क है और अदर वाईफाई नेटवर्क जिससे आप काम कर रहे हैं, दैट विल बी कनेक्ट. सो दिस इज द पावर ऑफ security bot attack. So how this happened? So this is the entire hardware setup जिसको आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. Configuring wireless IP camera, install Wi-Fi camera application on monitoring device, open IP camera network setting in monitoring device, and this configure connect it with secure SCA access point to the later create a hotspot. Connect to the monitoring device with the same hotspot. Secondly, now हमने Raspberry Pi को Wi-Fi create कर लिया था. And third one is the creating a bot device for perform. This is very, very important. Install Linux operating system in Raspberry Pi. Obtain all network and outside network device MAC ID. This is very important. All the Wi-Fi network ID have their own SSID, service ID, basic service ID. And by scanning हम उसका जितने भी आपके लगे हुए हैं सबको हम अभी दिखाऊंगा मैं कौन कौन से हैं. Select the targeted device, हमें उससे पता चल जाए किसको टारगेट करना है. Send the multiple request to SCA, flooding attack करते हैं इसको, multiple times उसको flooding करते हैं जिससे कि वो disable हो जाए fraction of second के लिए, power उसका कम हो जाए and signal strength will goes down, right. When attack will perform, जो भी लेना है ले और बाद में उसको रिलीज करते हैं. So this is the again the process to configure Raspberry Pi. So आप इससे आप क्या कर सकते हैं, hotspot आप देख पा रहे होंगे. Here you are able to see you can create the hotspot. और this is the really challenge of this Raspberry Pi hotspot. कोई पासवर्ड की आजकल हॉस्टल्स में बच्चे यही मतलब करते हैं कि उनको किसी पासवर्ड का या कुछ करना है तो और एक रियल टाइम बताता हूँ क्या करते हैं आजकल. बंदे कार से आते हैं, कोई हॉट स्पॉट के पास खड़े होते हैं जिसको जहां से उनको फीड लेना है, अपना सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ ज्यादा करेंगे, वो आपका हॉट स्पॉट से कनेक्टेड हो जाएगा एंड आपका आईपी एड्रेस जो कनेक्टेड विद दैट वन. यस, मैक इज स्टिल द क्लू जिसे हम बता सकते हैं कि वहां से नहीं हुआ है, बट किससे हुआ इज वेरी टफ टू गेट. ओके, सो नाउ दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट चार्ट, very very important chart. So here in हमने सबसे पहले क्या किया यहाँ पे, we have done the scanning. Scanning में क्या है, ESSID IoT 5G lab, dean of student, SMD वाईफाई के नाम से था, और भी जितने भी वाईफाई आपके यहाँ पे इंस्टॉल है सबको स्कैन कर सकते हैं हम, जितने किस किस फ्रिक्वेंसी पे काम कर रहा है सब बता सकते हैं हम, कौन कौन से चैनल पे है वो भी बता सकते हैं, क्वालिटी क्या है वो भी निकाल सकते हैं, सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ क्या है, SNR क्या है वो भी निकाल सकते हैं, और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट हम मैक एड्रेस भी निकाल सकते हैं, जितने भी इंस्टॉल्ड है वाईफाई एड्रेस आपके नेटवर्क पे. नाउ ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस मैक एड्रेस एंड वी कैन एबल टू फाइंड आउट कि किसका क्या है, कौन मेरा टारगेट है, वे हम कर सकते हैं. नाउ ऑथेंटिकेशन सूट भी निकाल सकते हैं हम, और जब ये मैक एड्रेस हमें पता चल जाता है तो वी आर एबल टू सेंड वन कमांड फॉर फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड के टाइम के लिए उस मैक एड्रेस डिवाइस को हम क्या कर सकते हैं, ऑफ कर सकते हैं फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड के लिए. तो हेयर आवर टारगेट वाज, मुझे मालूम था कि कौन सा टारगेट है, तो ये हमारा टारगेट था IoT 5G लैब. So we have given the command on this MAC address to sudden off for fraction of second, right? So this is the power of this attack. So real time we have done this case studies, and that is really we are able to face the data and other things. So ये बहुत बड़ा dangerous है उसके लिए जहाँ पे आपका traffic controller है, that वहाँ पे camera is there, so anyone can control that IP camera. So IP camera is still as a researcher but क्या इसको पकड़ नहीं सकते? Yes, पकड़ सकते हैं. A lot of intrusion detection system is there. We are also working on this type of working intrusion system, जो मैं अभी आपको एक बताऊंगा अभी. So this is the IoT based attack. Secondly, now we are going to discuss with the 5G 5G based security attack. So again, this is the case 2 that is based on real time case study. So पहले मैं बताऊंगा कि what is the kinds challenges in 5G wireless communication network. So everyone you know that this is your, let us say this is your phone device, mobile phone device, right? Now यदि मैं किसी से अभी पूछूं कि आपके फोन में how many apps are has installed, तो आप बहुत कम बता पाएंगे आपके कितने installed है. But we are not remembering that. किसी ने बोला गेम इंस्टॉल कर लो, किसी ने ये किया, तो let us assume that no issue you have remembered. Let us assume that 25 apps is currently installed in your phone, right? No issue. But in last I think 2020 2021 we heard about some apps that is hidden apps, right? And the hidden apps is very challenging for all you people are very important persons to handle this type of situations, right? So what we'll do, so some apps is has installed through some link, let us assume that some invitation from CAPT, I just click that link, and finally some apps is also installed through the invitations, we don't know. So let us assume that here is the 25 applications. Suddenly some hidden applications now reach up to 26 or 27 or 28 like that, right? And what are the general scenario we are observing कि आपको कोई apps install करना है, we are never thought कि क्या क्या बोल रहा है. Install सबसे पहले they are required to assess your contact. Yes, never thought twice, just yes. Secondly, they want to assess your camera access. Yes. So third, licensing all the agreements. Yes. We are we are in so hurry to installing the any types of apps and in the term and conditions they link with some other apps. So that types of real challenges for not for you, for us also, right? And we are repeating the same things. So that is the one very good concept we have developed. That is how we can protect our mobile phones, our systems through this type of attacks, and that is known as in next slide we are discussing about this one. So we are already know some concept about the jamming, spectrum sharing attack, bandwidth spoofing attack, man in the middle attack, handover attack, right? So yeah, if the time permits, I will give the some description about all these attacks. But currently, what we have done in the real-time case study is very, very important, and that is known as a smartphone application-based attack, right? So a smartphone based phone application-based attack is very, very important. So please, you all are concentrated for 5 to 10 minutes again. That is very, very important case studies we have done in the lab and already submitted for for license, and already filed the patent of how we can able to protect our system and mobile systems, right? So what happened? Let us assume that this is your system or your mobile phones, or here is your intruder. Intruder is always looking for the vulnerable applications. So what we'll do, kindly Gmail, Insta, Facebook, Google, Google account, and a lot of things has installed. This is the Valley tabs. Let us assume that this is the Valley tabs. So what we'll do, mail searching for browser and other application linked to the Play Stores. So through the Play Stores now, you can able to uninstall some types of applications. So sometimes through the link, some invitations, unauthorized applications can be also downloaded in your mobile phones. So here you are able to see this is activate but hidden, in the mode of hidden. So because I already told, default yes permission is everyone is giving the default yes permissions. So installation access is through this apps. So what we'll do if unauthorized apps will be installed in your system? So we have developed one very good concept that is known as intrusion detection system for apps-based attack. So what happened in this case? Before going to slide, so see, let us this is your phone, right? And we have done this analysis for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. But the 1 year situation is still going there. So one day we have done the analysis, real-time analysis in lab, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. What happened? Let's assume that this is the Rakesh phone, and let us assume that 10 apps is already installed, and through some link, another one hidden apps is also installed, like Pegasus, right? Installed in this apps. So how you can trick them, and how you can remove that one? So this is very, very good proposal to detect such type of apps-based attack. So what we have done in this case study, first we have analyzed the 1 day case study. We have done the thermal pattern analysis. So write down thermal pattern analysis. What is the thermal pattern analysis? I'm just giving the concept about thermal pattern analysis. So see, let us assume that we have divided the pattern into RGB group, right? So if the suddenly you observe that you are playing the game more than 30 minutes, 40 minutes, your phone is hit, and sometimes you are not playing something and anything, you are not using for calls and video calls or watching something, but still your phone will be hit. So why that type of hitting is appeared in the phone? Because this analysis has been done by thermal pattern analysis. So if the phone is very let us know this is the pattern. I have divided into 3 part. So color is yes. So red, let us know the red, then green, then blue. So this is the blue area. This is green area. This is red area, right? This is the red area. So we have produced one IDS system, intrusion system. That means delta T, delta P, is greater than some threshold, delta P less than some threshold, less than equal to. So what happened if we have produced one alarm system in your phone with the apps-based alarm system? If you are not using the phones, or let us assume that 25 valid applications required is 2 hours for 4500 mAh battery, 2500 mAh battery. Let us assume that, right? Milliampere hour. Can we all are using 4500, 4000, or someone also using for 5000 milliampere. So suddenly, currently is 10 p.m. and in the morning you are not using anything, but and 6 a.m. suddenly you found that your battery lifetime is 30% and 20%, or in the daytime also, right? So what happened if the 25 valid user is okay, but suddenly through link you have installed the third hidden applications. So one applications or two applications installed and they are working in the hidden mode. So your battery lifetime is suddenly decreased. So we have done applaud there is a one pattern that is known as the here comparative thermal pattern analysis, right? So what we'll do, we'll compare the pattern analysis, red, green, blue. This is latest one. Red, green, blue is the graph. Another graph is red, green, blue. So there's a there's a difference. You can able to see this is a difference, delta P, right? So this delta P is not only calculated the delta P. There is a lot of mathematics, a lot of computations, equations is required to check this delta P, right? This value delta P, and if delta P is greater than the threshold value, what the value is assigned for 25 applications, then there is a one apps that is based on alarm based attack. So they will produce the alarm here, alarm detection followed by an first attack detections followed by alarm. So once they have produced the alarm, in next iteration, this delta P if greater than P or P dash, then they will remove from the already existing database. That means if 25 applications valid application is there, then if other applications had installed either in the hidden mode, they at least deactivate the internet connection, so that your images will be transferred to someone, your voice call has transferred to someone, that can be overcome. So the thermal pattern analysis or also is known as behavior model attack. This is also known as behavior modeling. Behavior modeling means before the third party apps or hidden apps behavior, and after the installing of the hidden apps behavior. So if the two behavior is changed on the basis of thermal pattern analysis, then we will differentiate the two behaviors, and if that delta P is somehow differ, then they will produce as an alarm, and in before to remove that apps, initially they just deactivate from deactivate the internet connections, either Wi-Fi connections or your small base station connections. First deactivate, and then in next iteration that will be removed. So this type of behavior modeling attack will provide a very good solutions for you peoples and for all in the 5G scenario, when the machine learning and AI tools, chat GPT environment is very difficult to find the this type of intruder. So through thermal pattern analysis, using behavior modeling, we can able to at least predict or there is some intruder or spoofing is appeared in your phone, right? in this case, it's very difficult to protect the installation. But after, if your apps has been installed and working as a hidden mode, and transfer the data to other one, and listen the data and transfer to other one. So listen the voice and transfer to other one, that is can be overcome through this behavior modeling. So this is very good case studies for the future scenario, that is also known as application-based behavior modeling attack. So here you can able to see this is the background, your smartphone with the valid applications. This is here your smartphone with the valid application is there, right? A1, A2, A3, A4, like that. Valid state to under attack. Now intruder will produced one apps inside your phone and behaves as a hidden nodes. So attack state attack is here, right? But due to this behavior or AMBA algorithm, we can able to protect this persons as a behavior as a delta P plus n or delta T plus 1 apps, like that. And in the next iteration we can remove such type of attack. So hopefully you people's understood this attack. This attack is very dangerous and currently popular in AI and machine learning scenario. Okay, so there is one result. This is very thermal pattern analysis and 3D modeling analysis, where you can able to see here this peak, this area is this much, here the area is this much. So here we are able to see through our proposed algorithm, if Wi-Fi for 1 hour, this is also for one hour, but this is without attack. This is the with attack conditions. We are able to see here this is the peak value here, far lesser than 0.15 thermal pattern value, right? But here expertly 15, right? Here area, coverage, power, battery life, all are lower, but here all the value is larger. So through this thermal pattern analysis, we are able to produce an alarm in your mobile phone, so that you at least you can aware about that कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, कुछ ऐसा apps installed है, those are behaving in a random nature, right? Random in nature, so that और ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, at least you can remove that apps or reset by the 1 week or 1 day or 1 hour, so that your mobile phone or system can be protect. So this is the second important case studies for all of us to protect this 5G networks. So hopefully this case study also you people's understood. Last case studies, that is very important case studies. I will take ma'am, I think 15 minutes is permissible for me. Then I will conclude this third case studies. Okay, so yes, so last case study is very important. That is for all those users who are using the 5G phones in the future, or currently using the 4G phones. That is very important, because we are all using mobile phones, like and I never thought about the impact of this 4G, 3G, 4G, and upcoming 5G phones. So there is a one very important impact, that is the radiation impact. आपने सबने देखा होगा, growth of the crow or many animals will not available in this environment. So all are initially impacted by 2G and 3G, but 5G, 4G towards 5G is directly will impact the human body also, right? And this this type of radiation, of the high frequency radiations, can damage corneal damage, rise in skin temperature. We are maybe feeling nausea and other type of medical problems. So there's a one important concept that is known as thermal mode radiation impact. तो मैं एक अभी आपको बहुत इजी तरीके से बताता हूँ कि करंटली आप लोग के पास फोन है, सबके पास फोन है, राइट? ठीक है, आपके फोन में क्या क्या होता है, या तो आप स्विच ऑफ कर सकते हैं या आप इसको फ्लाइट मोड में कर सकते हैं, यही दो ऑप्शंस है। बट आप जब फ्लाइट में होते हैं फ्लाइट मोड कर लेते हैं, और जब बात करना हो तो एक्टिव मोड में रहता है वो। बट लेट अस अज्यूम दैट you will sleep at 10 p.m. at night, 10 p.m. at night, awake at 6 a.m. इसके बीच में still your phone is on, right? और होना भी चाहिए because some emergency will there. So what happened in between 10 p.m. 6 a.m. your phone is not active, but base station is always sending the information. Always sending information, and he will also acknowledge कि हाँ मैं connected हूँ। इनिशियली आप लोग को याद नहीं होगा, जो मतलब जो पहले फोन यूज करते थे तो पहले एक छोटा सा फोन आता था, उसमें you are able to see कि जबलपुर, let us say भोपाल, this area base station is there, जबलपुर IIIT DM base station is there, तो एक रनिंग करता रहता, तो we are able to recognize कि कहाँ पे base station है, क्या है। How they can happen? Because base station always send the link for the registration purpose or link connections, and vice versa, your phone is also responding, right? So what happened? They will always request response phenomenon is there. Request response, acknowledgement aa gaya, is okay. Now they are connecting. But between this time, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., you are not using. Basically, you are not using, yes, are not demanding voice applications, not demanding video applications, not demanding text or chat applications, right? But base station is always sending the information, right? So we have proposed one very good concept, or future में आ जाएगा, आपके फोन में भी आ जाएगा, hopefully, that is known as thermal radiation mode, TR mode. बोलोगे सर ये होता क्या है? So see, when currently your phone is active, current scenario, this is the current scenario, phone, this is the phone, integrated circuit battery, the if the current signal, good signal strength is good, but if the signal is not good, none of side and destructive phenomena, then you are able to see your network is off है, or sometimes कुछ signal ज़्यादा अच्छे हैं, कुछ अच्छे नहीं है, right? So what happened? If the signal is good, very good. यदि signal अच्छा नहीं है, तो we can move from device to device communication and other communications. But in the future, at the night time, when you are not required any active signal, so what we'll do? So what we'll do here? This is the active zone. This is the thermal radiation mode zone, TR mode zone. What we'll do in this case? Here is the base stations, right? Here is your mobile device. So they will send the information here. Uplink, here is a downlink transmission is there. Downlink transmission is there, right? But uplink transmission is not required. So uplink transmission is not required. That means is known as initially all the communication is based on full duplex phenomena. But in the future, when at the time of off time or off mode time, we can use only request mode. What we'll do? Next generation network access point or base stations can send the information to send the information, downlink information, but your mobile phone is not will not respond if they are at the time of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So बोलोगे सर सिग्नल कैसे रिसीव करेगा? So currently your mobile phone is working in the full duplex mode. So there is a transmitter or receiver antenna, right? Or transmit receive antenna. There is a duplex patch antenna is there, and in the duplex mode, what happened when you are going to demand means request from mobile device, only then uplink transformation is required. and maximum battery lifetime or maximum radiation is happened जब आप रिक्वेस्ट करते हो। आप जब देखना ध्यान से, जब आप वीडियो भेजोगे या वीडियो कॉल करते हो तो फोन का हीट ज्यादा होता है, राइट? आप सिंपली ऑब्जर्व करना आप, और बैटरी लाइफ टाइम भी कम होता जाएगा। यदि वॉइस कॉल करोगे तो उससे ज्यादा, और यदि इफ यू आर ओनली डूइंग द चैट तो बहुत ज्यादा लाइफ टाइम चलेगी। सो व्हाई? बिकॉज यू आर डिमांडिंग लोअर एप्लीकेशन in the chat, medium application in voice, and higher application in the video. So at the night time, you are only looking for, based on connections, कि कोई emergency call आ जाए, if there is a तो क्या होगा, यदि वहां से यदि डाउनलिंक में कॉल आएगा, that means resource block is activated. जैसे ये resource block activated होगा, that means you जैसे flip करोगे, your phone is move from TR mode to active mode, right? So that is the one mode is very, very important in the future scenario, because 5G will work at the very, very higher frequency, 28 gigahertz, very, very high frequency, right? Or if sub 5G NR का sub gigahertz band ले तो भी 6 gigahertz frequency, and 6 gigahertz frequency is very, very higher, right? So why this TR mode is required? Since आप फ्लाइट में हो, आपको नहीं जरूरत है TR mode, sorry, flight mode is okay, but you are required to access the networks, but they will not demanding anything to the base stations or access point when you are your phone is in silent mode, right, or not non-active mode. So that is in future your phone is incorporated with one mode that is known as TR mode. When you enable that TR mode, that means you are in ideal conditions. When there is any demand from base stations, then and only then your uplink can be activated. Otherwise, uplink will be, or uplink information transfer is disabled in the case of TR mode. So through this way, in the future, your battery lifetime is very, very high, because आप देखते हो कि आप फोन यदि आप ऑफ करके रख दो तो 30% तो ऐसे ही डाउन होगा, आपको बिलीव नहीं हो रहा है, तो आप क्या करो, आपके पास दो फोन है, राइट? यू हैव द टू फोन्स, एक के ऊपर एक दूसरा फोन रख दो आप, और एक दिन अलग अलग फोन रख दो। जब one phone is touched with the other phones, there is a interference, because they will send the information to base station, also searching for the D2D pair. So the interference within the two active phones is also there. So आप अपने रूम में आप एनालिसिस कर सकते हो आज कि दो फोन्स ले आप और दोनों को एक जगह पे रखें या फिर दूर पे रखें, आप देखोगे कि बैटरी लाइफ टाइम अपने आप सही में, जब बहुत नजदीक था तो दे आर इंटरफेरेंस टू ईच अदर, दे आर सर्चिंग कि सिग्नल ये तो नहीं देगा मुझे, बिकॉज दे आर आल्सो इनकॉर्पोरेटेड द RF सिग्नल्स, राइट, और रेडियो सिग्नल्स, एंड दे आर आल्सो डिमांडिंग टू द बेस स्टेशंस. सो इन द फ्यूचर व्हाट हैपेंड, in your phone there is an active mode, there is a flight mode, and there is a TR mode, thermal radiation mode will be appear in 2025 or maybe earlier. So this mode is very, very beneficial to overcome the radiation, to enhance the battery lifetime, and many advantages over there, right? So hopefully you understood the why D2D communication is there. D2D pair is required, because after the D2D pair your throughput will be increases. How IoT IP camera is vulnerable in IoT touch technologies based system in 5G. How Pegasus type of intruder is quite dangerous, and how we can overcome and how we can detect. And lastly, in 5G networks, future 5G, you all peoples will heard about this TR mode or any radiation mode in the pictures. So so hopefully I have addressed 2-3 challenges or future work in 5G. Since due to the time limit, basically I'm a teacher as well as a researcher, so I'm trying to write something and to describe it in a better way. आपने कभी हमेशा सुना होगा कि जब आप क्रिकेट देखते हो DTH टीवी पे, तो जैसे भी बारिश का टाइम है इन जबलपुर, हैवी रेन इज गोइंग देयर, तो क्या जब बारिश होगा तो आपने देखा होगा कि DTH योर सिग्नल इज डिस्टर्ब. सो व्हाई योर सिग्नल इज डिस्टर्ब? right? So because due to the frequency is higher, signal strength is lower. Lambda is equal to C by F. और frequency यदि 4 GHz 6 GHz का होगा तो क्या होगा? सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ बहुत कम हो जाएगा. और if the signal strength is very low, तो रेन ड्रॉप्स के अंदर फंस जाएगा. रेन ड्रॉप्स है और आपका सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ बहुत कम है तो क्या होगा? रेन ड्रॉप्स में अंदर छिप जाएगा. So signal strength will not reach to the your DTH, right? Antenna. तो जैसे वो heavy rain है या dust है तो signal strength is very big due to the high frequency. Signal is very low. They will face inside the rain drops, right? So that's why you are not able to receive this signal. So that is the problem in the 5G. Future may, due to the high frequency, the base station will not communicate more than 1 kilometer, 1.5 kilometers. So what happened? Cell-free network will come. So in future, you people will not see this base station because we all are now talking about the cell-free networks. So now I want to discuss with some questions from participant. Ma'am, hello, ma'am, are you there?
Yes.
Safali ma'am,
Yes,
if yeah, so please some questions so that we can discuss fruitfully so that I can address some. Yeah. Please mute the other one and ask the questions, please.
In the starting, there were few questions when you started the session.
Okay. So in chat box, ma'am.
Yeah, in chat box, like
Okay,
it
okay.
was there ki, why do we need tower of 4G closer as compared to 2G?
Yes, yes. So so I already told a very good question. Since we know that there is one relation, lambda is equal to C by F, right? So initially the frequency is 1800 megahertz, 950 megahertz to 1800 megahertz, 2G. Then 2200 megahertz that is 2.2 gigahertz. Then 27 megahertz, that means 2.7 gigahertz. Or currently 34 megahertz, 3400 megahertz, that is LTE, volt LTE. So the frequency जिसने पूछा ध्यान देखिएगा, lambda is equal to C by F. Lambda is signal strength, right? तो C is constant, 3 into 10 power 8. फ्रीक्वेंसी जैसे जैसे बढ़ाओगे आप, सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ लैम्डा जो है वो कम हो जाएगा, राइट? और लैम्डा यदि कम हो जाएगा तो सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ एंटीना के साइज पे भी डिपेंड करता है और सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ पे भी कम करता है. तो सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ इज लोअर, that means coverage is lower. That's why 4G towers increases. But यदि आप अभी भी सुन रहे होगे, AM कोई सुन रहा होगा, FM सुन रहा होगा, तो FM का टावर आपको एक दिखेगा और they can heard up to 30 kilometer to 40 kilometer because frequency is lower, 88 to 108 megahertz only. But in the case of 4G, 3400 megahertz. That means frequency is very high. So range is decreases, number of towers increases. That's why closer, all the bases is closer to each other. Yes, ma'am. Punjab to everyone. I need close to compare 2G. Hopefully, I have addressed this. Does this mean 5G network can be operated from distant tower? So the 5G, does this mean 5G network can be operated from distant tower? Yes. So that is distant tower means cooperative communications, right? So if 5G network range is lower, so not distant tower, but the different 5G networks can be work as a cooperative, or 5G tower send the information to SCA, जो आपके घर में वाईफाई है ना, उस पर डायरेक्टली डाउनलोड मारेगा वो और वहां से आप नेटवर्क एक्सेस कर पाएंगे, और send the information to one your friend phone, और आप यदि उसके नजदीक हैं तो वहां से आप नेटवर्क ले पाएंगे. So that is the case of 5G network. So hopefully I have addressed that answer. Bhaskar ji पूछ रहे थे who the coverage increase the why the yes who the coverage increase the frequency, why the coverage increase the frequency? No, so coverage is not increased with the frequency. If the frequency is higher, if the frequency increases, attenuation is higher. Always remember that. So coverage is decreases, not increases. Yes, you can increase the coverage by the help of OFDMA techniques, NOMA techniques, modulation techniques. Right? I already told, यदि BPS के करोगे तो range बढ़ा सकते हो, but when you are using the QAM, higher QAM, range decreases. But in one symbol, higher bit can be transmitted, तो data rate बहुत मिलेगा. हमें क्या चाहिए? More than 1 Gbps data rate. That's why we are looking for the 256 QAM. Meeting the session. Side for now. Some interruption. A couple of times, but there is some disconnection. If any doubt, please please let me know. Otherwise, okay. Someone told this, so that's why I already you may leave your question here. How to find unknown? So one question is how to find unknown app installed in hidden my mobile and how to prevent. Very good. So I already told. Let us assume that in a general scenario, layman conditions, your phone is let us assume that 5,000 mAh or 4,000 mAh, and currently the duration of your the phone or battery lifetime is 10 hours. After 2 days, suddenly you found that कि मैं कुछ कर भी नहीं रहा हूँ, ना मैं गेम इंस्टॉल किया, ना मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, और वो सडनली से 2-3 आवर्स कम हो रहा है सडनली से, एंड योर फोन का जो बैटरी है वो भी अच्छा है, एंड चार्जिंग भी आपने फुल रखा है, then should be some doubt. Please do the some doubt and see again, go to your app sections. There is might be some intruder has installed और कुछ आपने कुछ अलग से कुछ क्लिक कर लिया है, कहीं से आपको लिंक आया था जिसको आपने क्लिक कर लिया, जिसके कारण कोई एप्स इंस्टॉल हो चुका है उसमें. Right? So that is the cases. Currently, a lot of fake voice call you people received. आजकल एक बहुत बड़ा क्लोनिंग, बहुत बड़ा सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट आ गया है. जैसे मैं राकेश झा हूं, मैंने मम्मी को कॉल किया, तो मैं मम्मी को कॉल नहीं किया, लेकिन मेरी मम्मी को मेरा सेम मेरी वॉइस सुनाई दे रही है, और वो इस तरह से आपको बताए बोलेंगे कि वो ये मैं बहुत मजबूरी में आ गया हूँ, मेरा एटीएम काम नहीं कर रहा है, मेरा ये काम नहीं कर रहा है, मेरा फोन काम नहीं कर रहा है, और मम्मी को लगेगा कि मैं ही बात कर रहा हूँ, बिकॉज दिस द वॉइस क्लोनिंग थ्रू द एआई. सो दिस एंड मम्मा तुरंत फिर फादर को बताएंगी, किसी तरह वो मैनेज करेंगे पैसा का, और बोलेगा कि मुझे अभी याद भी नहीं है कि मेरा नंबर क्या है, मैं इतने गलत इस तरह से ब्लाइंड हो चुका हूँ. So you will send the money like that. So this type of fraud is, after ChatGPT, find out पाएंगे, right? So after speech processing, DSP processing, we can only, differentiate the cloning device and actual device. Actual voice. So this type of, attack is, frequently these days happen, right? So be cautious, हमें भी रहना चाहिए, और yes, very soon we all are working on the AI based tools. Hopefully some intrusion detection system will come for this type of attack also, right? So now again, how to find unknown app hidden? Yes, I already addressed.
One more question, sir.
Not itself. Yes.
So, what will be how do we keep the mobile phones away from the radiation? Any suggestions from 5G?
Yes. So it's very good questions, and as a researcher, I should address this type of questions, because there is two important things. If the kids are there, आप उनको फोन देना भी चाहते हैं, तो आप प्लीज उनको फ्लाइट मोड पे कर लें तब तक, और वाईफाई से कनेक्ट. Base station is very farther distance, so they will your phone will send the information every time रिक्वेस्ट रिस्पॉन्स। तो यदि मेरे पास यदि कोई बॉल है, अब मैं दूर तक फेंकूंगा तो मुझे ज्यादा पावर लगेगा, इंस्टेड ऑफ मैं थोड़े से फेंकूंगा। तो आपका वाईफाई यदि घर में इंस्टॉल है तो दे विल सेंड द इंफॉर्मेशन रिक्वेस्ट थ्रू द वाईफाई ओनली, राइट, द रेंज इज लोअर। सो मेरे सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है, जिसके घर में आप मतलब हैं छोटे किड्स हैं, उनको आप यदि बहुत जिद कर रहे हैं, चाहे मेरी डॉटर या कोई भी मतलब मानते नहीं है, तो आप उनको पहला तो ये करें कि आप वाईफाई से लिंक करके दें। आप उस समय जो ये फ्लाइट मोड है उसको इनेबल कर लें। तो दैट इज द फर्स्ट केस जहां से आप उनको सेव कर सकते हैं। दूसरा, द कीप डिस्टेंस। आप रात में जब भी सोते हैं, प्लीज कितना भी आप फोन यूज करिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। जब नहीं यूज कर रहे हैं, प्लीज उसको फ्लाइट मोड पे या स्विच ऑफ करके रख दें। बिकॉज क्या होता है, पूरे रात भर जब भी आपके बगल में है वो फोन, रात भर रिक्वेस्ट रिस्पॉन्स कर रहा है। आप सो रहे हैं, लेकिन रेडिएशन के कारण आपको हर दिन आप फील करोगे कि ना 10 साल 5 साल पहले और अभी आप फील करोगे कि आपका नींद नहीं पूरा हुआ है। ऐसा नहीं, आप सो नहीं रहे हैं, सो रहे हैं, बट देयर इज इंटरनल रेडिएशन व्हाट देयर। तो और थर्ड, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट, फोन जब भी खरीदें तो SAR देख के खरीदें। ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ मतलब लो कॉस्ट का है या ये फोन अच्छा है, तो प्लीज, क्योंकि स्पेसिफिक एब्जॉर्प्शन रेट जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना आपके स्किन को, वो क्या होता है, एक मटेरियल्स होता है जो फोन के पीछे लगा रहता है, वो रेडिएशन को एब्जॉर्ब करता है। और जितना ज्यादा कॉस्टली मतलब SAR जितना ज्यादा होगा उतना कॉस्ट नो डाउट थोड़ा ज्यादा रहेगा, बट उसको प्रेफरेंस करें, बिकॉज देट विल बी एब्जॉर्ब और स्किन पेनिट्रेशन उसमें कम होगा। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है कि यदि आपके पास यदि वाईफाई है, मैक्सिमम वी आर यूजिंग द डेटा सर्विसेज दिस डेज, डेटा सर्विसेज। और फोन तो हम जनरल फोन करना ही भूल गए, हम करते भी नहीं है। सो ट्राई टू यूज IP सर्विसेज रेदर देन सर्किट स्विचिंग एंड पैकेट स्विचिंग।
And again, one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Because now, as we are now, today we had this webinar session. So yesterday onwards, we got a link in the WhatsApp. So this WhatsApp webinar link has come. So accordingly, we registered also. So how do we come to know it is from coming from a registered source of information what we know. So we just click it and we say we register and we give all the details of our thing. So we are unable to locate these things.
Yes. No, so there is a one provisions. When you get the link, all the link is associated with the IP address, right? So just please don't click directly on your phone. If you have any random link you received, just click that on any system. You can get the IP address of that link, right? Once you will see the IP address, then just type who is IP. Who is IP is the one source. Just put there. You can find all the details. Kahan ka hai, kaun hai, where is the link, when they are established. Because what are the IP address who is recently 2 days back, 1 day back, because all are using VPN, virtual private network. And virtual private network, that is the randomly IP address that will be floating one hop to other hop. So that is the important things. It should be, please, if you have any doubt, please find the IP address of that link. Then only you can save that. Secondly, I think Apple phone and Samsung also coming with some R&D with IDS. They can also provide some alert, like Truecaller. Truecaller has given some alert. Like that, when you will pick the phone, before that one ki haan ye spam hai, like that. So very soon other company also came with some alarm, IP alarm alert. So before that one, please type the link, find the IP address and find who is that IP address, sir.
The voice cloning cannot be traced out. For example, as right now Sir said, and we are receiving a call as if डॉक्टर राकेश साहब ने बात किया करके, तो किसी ने बोला है आपने बात किया था कल, भी have taken the classes on something. So how can I just find out whether it is true person is calling or not. It is not possible.
That is possible, sir. That is possible. So there is a one pitch, and every pitch and our cloning pitch have the different frequency. Let us assume that this is the Suresh voice, and I will add and subtract the frequency in such a way that produces a Rakesh voice, right? So there is a pitch and tone is a function that is the mathematical function, that is the pitch and frequency function that should be differentiated. आप कितना भी cloning करोगे, but उसका pitch जो मेरा pitch है और जो actual pitch है sir, that should be a difference, right? That should be a different pattern, right? So when the will matched at the same time, the real time, जैसे आपके office में call आया and you have the processing device, so we'll input that device and compare with the actual pitch and tone of the Rakesh Jha, then should be that will produce a difference, and then you can produce an alarm. So that can be possible, sir. That can be possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for clarification.
Is it possible for a police officers to calculate this pitch frequency?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There's a lot of DSP tools that will be available. That can be matched, and we can also provide some help. We can, sir. We can, ma'am.
Those tools are available in open source, or we have to purchase them?
Some source, if someone is good in Python, they can also make, but maximum tool is 70% tool is available open source now these days, ma'am.
Can you please tell some names of some tools so that we can try to search on open source?
Yes, so some open AI tools I will send. Recently we are working, so that the accurate tools. Basically, we are doing MATLAB DSP processing tools that are able to that are able to predict the difference and matching pattern. That is very easy.
At present,
Scilab tool, ma'am. MATLAB AI tools is there. Cyclic feedback pattern recognitions tools. So a lot of tools is available.
We call it as SRS, speech recognition system.
Yes.
Speech recognition system.
Yes, right.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Sub Inspector from Khammam, sir, Cybercrimes.
Yes.
So generally, in cases of IT cybercrime investigations, we generally get the CDR data of the CDR and IPDR data to investigate. In 5G, is there any new technologies that we can better locate the accused locations when compared to 4G? So if it is there, how can we ask the service providers to get the information?
Yes, so a very good question, sir. So yes, there's still a lot of challenge for you people have after the 5G, because initially up to 4G, there's one location tracker by the base stations, right? But in the future, that location should be provided by a small cell access point and D2D pairs. So if you will, there's a two-way. There's a one solution also and problem also. So your in CDR, a lot of hopes will be available. So might be if one person is located in indoor communications, so that is the very easy to locate, because a small cell base station will directly send all the location information, registration informations at Wi-Fi hotspot. But is very challengeable when the D2D pairs. Let us assume that one person's A is moving in Kent area, and their base station is not able to provide that other B persons. So the link will route it from A to B through that A person he doesn't know, right? Doesn't know, but the link is verified for the base stations. After a certain time, they done some wrong things and went away. So at that time, you can inquire about both the locations, which pairs at that time is available, and secondly, base stations linked with to the that a locations. So in the future, one good solution is 90% users will be incorporated by a small cell access point like Wi-Fi spot. So easily they can be traceable, right? But 10% and 20% user who is connected with the device-to-device pair, that is the challenges for you peoples and as a researcher also.
Thank you, sir.
Is there any other question that participants would like to ask from our eminent speaker?
Sir, good afternoon, sir. This is Sub-Inspector Rizwan from Meghalaya Police. So I would like to ask you one thing, sir. How to know the location if the user is using Wi-Fi to make connections on airplane mode? Because that's becoming a very challenging task for us to locate the person, whereby it's moving or maybe the target is moving somewhere and we are unable to trace, but the person is making communication on regular basis.
Yes. So yes, so that is a very good possibility in 5G, because if you connected within a flight mode or aeroplane mode, might still, since you are connected with the SCA, a small cell access point, right? A small cell access point in Wi-Fi mode, right? But a small cell access point, how many SCA or Wi-Fi has incorporated with the base station? That is all the data is available in the base stations, right? Understood? And one Wi-Fi and every Wi-Fi or SCA point is maximum. There is some limitation. Page limit is there. Let us say 50 users are incorporated. So there is a dual verification currently is there. So if you are disable your enable with a flight mode, still your information location इसको बोलते हैं sir location based radio resource allocations. There's one concept, location based radio resource allocation, LBRRA. There's one concept in the 5G where either you connected with the Wi-Fi mode, currently you are hiding with the Wi-Fi, but in the future through the 5G you are not able to hide, because that SCA location should be enabled with the 5G towers. So that is not possible in the future scenario, sir, in the 5G as far as the security concerned.
Okay, sir, but what if the Wi-Fi device itself, it's not known? What is the Wi-Fi
because
somebody uses somebody else's Wi-Fi access on his phone, then how do we know that such and such phone has been accessed and then like he's using? Because that's why
we are researcher, na, sir. That's why researcher. In my presentation we have understood, that we are able to find MAC address, either any Wi-Fi you are able to add, right, sir? Yes. And every MAC address incorporated active number of devices. Agree?
Indeed.
Right. So every MAC, either myself, Rakesh, I want to connect with some other Wi-Fi, like let's say your Wi-Fi, and I have disabled your Wi-Fi and connected with your Wi-Fi without password. Assume that this is the happen. So what are the scenario? There is a background. That every Wi-Fi is based on infrastructure network, LAN network, right? LAN network should be connected with the server. All the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is not independent device. Wi-Fi should be based on infrastructure. LAN port is required. That is converted into wireless. So that should be connected in the server. And server, we have one apps based system. I already told. हमने क्या चलाया हुआ है? एक ट्रेसिंग चलाया हुआ है कि इस पे अभी 40 यूजर था, सडनली से 41 आएगा. Give the alarm. Give the alarm. No. Give the alarm. कौन है IP एड्रेस? इसका लोकेशन देखो, कौन है ये IP एड्रेस? उसका MAC एड्रेस कौन है? और कौन से एक्सेस पॉइंट पे लगा हुआ है? We can disable और कैन कॉट, जैसे भी चाहे आप उसको डिसेबल करना चाहते हैं डिसेबल कर दें, पकड़ना चाहते हैं पकड़ चाहे, बिकॉज देयर इज अ वेरी वन गुड कंसेप्ट जो मैंने आज डिस्कस किया, थर्मल पैटर्न एनालिसिस। आप कुछ भी थोड़ा सा भी कुछ करोगे ना, पैटर्न में डिफरेंस आएगा ही आएगा थर्मल पैटर्न में।
ओके, ठीक है सर, थैंक यू सर।
Sir, good afternoon, sir. I have a question, sir.
यस
सर, क्या हम WhatsApp पे जो मैसेजेस आते हैं उसका भी IP एड्रेस ट्रेस कर सकते हैं कि
कर सकते हैं ना।
पर्टिकुलर WhatsApp किस IP एड्रेस पे यूज हो रहा है? क्योंकि आजकल क्या हो रहा है कि किसी इलिटरेट पर्सन से आप OTP लेके WhatsApp को दूसरे नंबर पे चला रहे हैं, तो सर उसको कैसे ट्रेस कर सकते हैं सर?
यस, तो आजकल जितने भी आपने देखा होगा कि मैक्सिमम टीम व्यूअर टाइप के जो एप्स हैं जो आप में ऑलरेडी इंस्टॉल्ड है, सो वो आपके सारे मतलब जो भी आप काम कर रहे हैं उसको अपलोडिंग करता है या वो ट्रांसफर करता है डेटा, राइट। सो आजकल क्या हो गया है, व्हाट्सएप देयर इज वन वेरी गुड कांसेप्ट जिसको बोलते हैं इन टू इन डिलीवरी इनक्रिप्शंस, राइट। सो इनटू, यदि आपके फोन पे इनटू इनक्रिप्शंस और यदि आपने इनटू इनक्रिप्शंस लिया हुआ है, बट एक प्रॉब्लम है, आप जो बोल रहे हैं उसमें एक में प्रॉब्लम है क्या कि VPN नेटवर्क यदि कोई यूज करता है, वर्चुअल प्राइवेट नेटवर्क यूज करता है, टनलिंग। अब VPN नेटवर्क में क्या होता है, बेसिकली टनलिंग कर देते हैं, A यहाँ है और B है, राइट। सो यदि टनलिंग नहीं है तो यू आर वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू फाइंड आउट, बट देयर इज वन कांसेप्ट दैट इज नोन एज टनलिंग, जिसको बोलते हैं IPsec। सो यदि किसी सही में आप किसी डिफेंस में काम कर रहे हैं और आपको व्हाट्सएप भी यूज करना है, तो ट्राई टू इंस्टॉल IPsec ऑन वाईफाई सिस्टम। और IPsec क्या होता है सर, मैं बताना चाहूंगा क्या होता है। जैसे वाईफाई है यहाँ सर, और ये आपका वाईफाई मोबाइल है जिसपे वाईफाई व्हाट्सएप इंस्टॉल है, तो उसमें क्या करेगा, टनलिंग इंस्टॉल करता है। टनलिंग मतलब एक जैसे कैप्सूल होता है ना सर, कैप्सूल के अंदर क्या होता है, जो दवा होती है अंदर होती है और ऊपर से कवर होता है जो उसको प्रोटेक्ट करता है, राइट। So through IPsec you can protect your device, but yes, ये दोनों बातें हैं। जैसे वो नया चीज सीख रहे हैं, वैसे हम लोग भी नया, मतलब बचाने वाला हमेशा बड़ा होगा, आप लोग ज्यादा हमेशा आगे रहेंगे जो अटैक कर रहा है। जो अटैक कोई कर रहा है तो उसका सोल्यूशन भी है। सो यस यू कैन, तो पहला क्वेश्चन था आपका, फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं, हम कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि कोई भी डिवाइस से जिसका हमें आ रहा है मैसेज, वो किसी न किसी नंबर से जुड़ा हुआ है, और नंबर से जुड़ा हुआ है तो किसी वाईफाई या किसी मोबाइल फोन सेल टावर या D2D से यूज कर रहा होगा वो, तो पकड़ा जाएगा। बट समहाउ नो डाउट लेंथी प्रोसेस है। यदि वो दूसरे, हमें पता है सब नाइजीरिया वगैरह में बैठे हुए हैं, होप करके भेज रहे हैं डाटा, सो नो डाउट पकड़ने में प्रॉब्लम है, जैसा आप भी जानते हैं बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, बट यस यदि दैट कैन बी पॉसिबल कि हम ट्रेस कर सकते हैं थ्रू मैसेज आल्सो। भास्कर जी। अच्छा,
तो सर अगर वो इंडिया के अंदर से ही कर रहा है और इंडियन नंबर को ही कर रहा है, तो हमें उसको कैसे ट्रेस करेंगे सर? उसका IP एड्रेस चाहिए जिस फोन से हमें मैसेजेस आ रहे हैं व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू।
यस सो आप देखिए ना, जब भी आप कोई भी मैसेज वॉइस है वीडियो कॉल करते हैं तो इंटरनेट की जरूरत है ना सर, है ना? हेलो,
यस सर।
हाँ, तो जब भी जैसे कोई भी इन टू इन कनेक्शन डिवाइस है, उसको यदि इंटरनेट की जरूरत है और इंटरनेट जैसे उसको मिल रहा है, तो आइदर वो 4G सर्विसेज यूज कर रहा है या 3G सर्विसेज यूज कर रहा है, दैट मींस पैकेट स्विचिंग है, और पैकेट स्विचिंग है तो या सर्किट स्विचिंग है, तो किसी न किसी नेटवर्क से जुड़ा हुआ है, राइट। और उसमें 4G या 3G इनेबल्ड सर्विसेज है, तो हम उसको पकड़ सकते हैं। बट मैं वही बोला कि आपको क्या करना है, उसमें पेजिंग सिस्टम होते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं पेजिंग सिस्टम। और पेजिंग सिस्टम को पकड़ना क्या है, मतलब टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है, चाहे इंडिया का हो या इंडिया के बाहर हो, क्योंकि किसी न किसी वो IP एड्रेस से जुड़ा होगा। आप पहला देखो ना, आप जैसे आप फोन यूज कर रहे हो ना, आप जैसे आपने व्हाट्सएप किया, तो सबसे पहले मैक एड्रेस लॉक होगा, उस मोबाइल डिवाइस का मैक एड्रेस लॉक होगा, और हर एक मैक एड्रेस जो है 48 बिट का एड्रेस है, वो पर्टिकुलरली उस टाइम पे डायनेमिक IP हो तो फिर भी एक IP एड्रेस इंस्टॉल होगा, और एक यदि IP और मैक है तो उस पकड़ा जाना तो 100% है। बट यही है कि आप लोकल एरिया में यदि आप सर्च कर रहे हैं और एक पूरे समुद्र में आप सर्च कर रहे हैं, तो दैट इज द प्रोसेस। बट यस, यदि हम नोड टू नोड यदि पता लगा लें कि वो नोड कनेक्शंस कौन है, कौन सा नोड है, किस तरह का डिवाइस है, तो पकड़ना इजी है। जैसे क्या बताया मैंने आपको, कोई बेस स्टेशन से भेज रहा है, कोई वाईफाई से भेज रहा है, कोई पेयर करके भेज रहा है, कोई क्लोनिंग करके भेज रहा है, तो सबसे पहला एड्रेस क्या है और किस मेथड से भेजा गया है, तभी हम पकड़ सकते हैं। इट्स वेरी चैलेंजिंग। आप जो बोल रहे हैं एकदम सही बोल रहे हैं, इट्स वेरी चैलेंजिंग।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन ବୋଧେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଗଲା।
ଭଲ ଭଲ ଇଏରେ ସେ ଆମ ଇଏ ହଉଛି ପଳେଇବା।
କି ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍ ଆମକୁ ଯଦି ତାର ସପୋର୍ଟିଂ ପ୍ରୋଭାଇଡ କରିପାରିବେ, ଆମ ନେଟୱାର୍କ ଇସ୍ୟୁ ହେଲା ଯଦି ଇଣ୍ଟରେଷ୍ଟ ଅଛନ୍ତି ପଚାରନ୍ତୁ।
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, this is Hanok from Telangana state, sir. Sir, in our jurisdiction, one case was registered. One accused girl created Facebook account by the name of victim, uploaded nude photos of the victim. But on my investigation, it shows the victim account and the victim phone number. Already we know the accused, but how can we prove before the court, sir? What evidence we should collect? Please explain, sir.
Yes. So very good question, sir. So first is you are able to face the device of that person?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So device, I think you have the available device. So that device is incorporated with they are using either Wi-Fi or they are using LAN networks, hopefully, right, sir?
Yes.
So be connect so that we can resolve this. So device is available with you. That means MAC address is available, right?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir. So you can face the history of that person's what are the data on which date, which site they have accessed, or to create that Wi-Fi link. If the Wi-Fi hotspot you can able to find out, then can that is the most important device. First one, his device or his system is the important, because MAC is never wrong, right? Either anyone will tell ki mera nahi hai, wo nahi hai, that is different thing. If MAC is incorporated with that IP address, that is fixed at the particular location, particular time, right? So if that MAC address is incorporated with that Wi-Fi or बेस से तो और इजीली पकड़ सकते हैं आप लोग, तो ऑलरेडी करते हैं CDR के थ्रू। यदि वाईफाई से कर रहा है और यदि वो मैच कर रहा है दोनों का, so that is the his location. So second important evidence is his forensic evidence of that is Wi-Fi hotspot. And third, the NSP, यदि वो NSP मतलब Airtel, Jio इनसे ले रहा है, तो they will provide the particular the details. और यदि कोई किसी सर्विस किसी कंपनी के ट्रिपल आईटी डीएम का मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ, तो they will also lock with that server. So these three important important parts is required to prove the evidence. यदि उसने डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं किया है अपना डिवाइस तो।
Sir, ये three evidence, please explain once again, sir. What
yes.
is the
So
three evidence?
yes. So first you have already now you have already available with that device. अब आपके पास सिस्टम और मोबाइल है ना, जो जिससे उसने किया था, ये क्रिएट किया, तो आपने मिल चुका है आपको?
We have a device, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes. So उसका सर मैक एड्रेस आराम से निकलवा सकते हैं आप उस डिवाइस का?
Media access control MAC MIPS है, sir.
Yes. Yes. MAC एड्रेस इज फिक्स्ड, 48-bit फिक्स होता है किसी भी हार्डवेयर डिवाइस का, किसी भी, राइट? या बिना उसके तो वो एक्सेस ही नहीं कर सकता है कंप्यूटर, आईपी एड्रेस ही नहीं एड्रेस कर सकता। तो यदि मैक एड्रेस आपके पास मिल गया, वो आईपी एड्रेस मिल गया कि वो क्या उस एक्सेस किया था, और तो वो कहाँ से मैच था, वाईफाई से किया था या सेलुलर, यदि सेलुलर यूजर से किया था तो एनएसपी वाले आपको बता पाएंगे कि वो डिवाइस उस टाइम में कहाँ एक्टिव था, लोकेशन दे विल प्रोवाइड। और यदि वाईफाई से है तो इजीली है कि किसी फिक्स लोकेशन से होगा उसका। यदि वो फिक्स लोकेशन से उस डिवाइस से मैप है वाईफाई से, तो आपका लोकेशन पता चल गया, उस बंदे का लोकेशन क्या है और उसका घर कहाँ है, तो पता चल गया कि किसका यूज कर रहा होगा। मान लीजिए थर्ड पार्टी का यूज कर रहा है, तो दैट इज ऑल्सो दैट वाईफाई is enabled with that server IP, right? So server have
Yes.
all the log, the previous log is there, and from यदि 10 साल हो गया होगा तो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि उतना सर्वर लॉग किया होगा. अदरवाइज यदि रिसेंटली यदि आपका है 1 ईयर तक का वो डाटा आपको आराम से प्रोवाइड लॉग दे विल प्रोवाइड कि ये मैक एड्रेस कहाँ किस लोकेशन पे एक्टिवेट था. यू कैन क्लियरली आइडेंटिफाई दैट पर्सन्स with the location based IP address or MAC address.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
सर को कुछ और पूछना है. भास्कर सर, you have raised the hand.
Sir, one question, sir. रंजित कुमार सर, साइबर क्राइम का मामला. सर ये अभी जो सर बोला था ना वो केस में अभी बहुत सारे डिवाइसेस से वो उसका मैक आईडी रैंडमली चेंज कर रहा है ना सर उसका.
यस यस. सो वो सिस्टम से किया था कि मोबाइल डिवाइस से किया है?
मोबाइल डिवाइसेस में अभी ऑप्शंस रहते हैं सर, मैक एड्रेस चेंज करने के लिए ऑप्शंस हो रहे हैं ना,
वो चेंज कर सकता है बट लॉग में थोड़ी चेंज होगा. लॉग हैव सेम. नहीं वो चेंज करता रहेगा, वो तो कुछ भी करेगा अपने सिस्टम पे. लेकिन वो तो हो सकता है कि दूसरा मैक एड्रेस लगा, वो दूसरा मैक पोर्ट लगा ले, उससे क्या होगा? उससे नहीं होगा. एट द पर्टिकुलर इंस्टेंट ऑफ टाइम, पर्टिकुलर लोकेशन, लॉग विल नेवर चेंज.
लॉग विल नॉट चेंज.
हाँ, जो प्रिंट है ना, प्रिंट जैसे फिंगरप्रिंट है ना मेरा, वैसे लॉग विल नॉट चेंज बाय द. हाँ, यदि उसको सर्वर तक का एड्रेस कोई दे दे, सर्वर पे जाके चेंज कर ले, दैट इज डिफरेंट थिंग. दैट मींस मतलब तब तो वो बहुत बड़ा बंदा है. बट यस, मैक एड्रेस मैनुअली कोई चेंज कर ले या कोई VPN से चेंज कर ले, बट दैट एक्चुअल मैक एड्रेस विल नेवर चेंज एट द लॉग और वाईफाई हॉटस्पॉट या बेस स्टेशन पे नहीं चेंज होता वो.
ओके, थैंक यू.
Any other questions?
गुड आफ्टरनून सर. सर कोई अगर क्रिमिनल VPN यूज कर रहा है तो कैन वी ट्रैक हिम?
So we are facing daily issues in our hostels because they are all our IT enabled, बहुत अच्छे क्वालिटी के बच्चे हैं. So yes, there is a challenge, but yes, now these days a lot of different VPN में क्या करते हैं आपको भी पता है, आपने जैसा पूछ रहे हैं, वो होपिंग करते हैं, IP एड्रेस को होपिंग करते हैं, राइट. एंड दे विल एसेस एनी टाइप्स ऑफ नेटवर्क्स. और जैसे आप चाइना में हैं, वहाँ पे मान लो Gmail भी खुल रहा है, यू कैन एसेस थ्रू द VPN और होपिंग कर रहे हैं, कहीं से कहीं होपिंग कर रहे हैं. बट यस, देयर इज अ डिफरेंट firewalls is available currently. They can block that VPN networks. यदि जो आपको बता देते हैं कि कितने नंबर ऑफ होप्स काउंट हुए हैं और सोर्स जनरेटेड क्या है. बट उसके लिए नो डाउट देयर इज सम एग्रीमेंट विद द कंट्रीज or different countries or different firewalls society, then and only then can you will able to test them. Because हमारे यहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा चैलेंज है इसका, क्योंकि बच्चे हमेशा कुछ न कुछ उसका तोड़ निकाल लेते हैं. एंड दे पुश लास्ट, मुझे याद है जब मैं जम्मू कश्मीर में था तो एक इंस्टीट्यूट में बहुत बड़ा केस भी हुआ था, बहुत बड़ा केस बन गया था कि वो बहुत डिफरेंट टाइप के पोस्टिंग कर रहे थे थ्रू VPN. सो तो एक लाइन में बोलूं तो इट्स very tough to find out because here in that case in VPN hope will be changed frequently. So but उसमें एक ड्रॉबैक है, 99% बंदे VPN का जो यूज करते हैं फ्री वर्जन यूज करते हैं, राइट. सो फ्री वर्जन में एक एग्रीमेंट होता है जब भी आप इंस्टॉल करते हैं कि दे विल प्रोवाइड, द कंपनी विल प्रोवाइड, लाइक VPN एक नाम से ही है, VPN नाम से जो बहुत पॉपुलर है. So they will provide you if you will write a mail or there is some conversation, they will provide the source generations. Secondary, if you have the paid services of that firewall, they can also provide. So मैं जानता हूँ 2-3 ऐसी firewall कंपनी के जो हाई लेवल के हैं, वो they can provide the source generations. But वो क्या करते हैं, उनका सोल्यूशन क्या है, वो ब्लॉक कर देते हैं. मतलब एसेस नहीं करने देते, बट वो हमारा सोल्यूशन नहीं है, हमें पकड़ना भी चाहिए। सो यस, हमने पकड़ा भी था, जो बहुत ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट बच्चे थे उनको हमने पकड़ा भी था। सो यस, पॉसिबिलिटी है सर, बट थ्रू collaborations and agreement, and third one that is the paid services, sir. To the paid services we can.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very challenging. आप रवि जी बोल रहे हैं, very challenging, because on the regular basis they change the whole, change the country server. So yes, challenging task.
Jain sir.
Jain
sir. SI Mayur Ansari this side from Punjab Police Special Task Force.
Yes.
Sir, sir, we are working on this VPN issue and tracing WhatsApp also. In some of the cases, we are able to trace some of the criminals which were using single chain VPN.
Yes,
single chain VPN.
Yes,
but multi-chain VPN is still a problem for us.
Yes.
We are trying our level best.
So you people have any firewall services using currently? Any paid?
No, sir. We are just using IPDR data provided by the service providers. Mostly WhatsApp gives the IP address of the other person who was connected over the WhatsApp call in the IP address of the first person. Means if someone is connected to me using proof number, his IP address will be available in my IPDR also.
Yes.
Just searching for that IP address and trying to locate that person.
Yes, because since you are associated with only the NSP provider, so they only provide the data of the just previous one, right? But if the multi-chain is there, then where the hopping from, let us assume that from China to Singapore, Singapore to USA, USA to India. So in the case of multi-chain, they will provide only, NSP can provide previous one hope, only one hope previous, right? Details. But if the source is 6 hope back, so it's very difficult to find out that in that conditions. So in that case, IDR is not so much helpful for the multi-chain condition, because single chain or single hope, basically in the technology term, we are doing the single hope communications. So single hope, you are able to and network service provider can have the some data, but in the multi-service multi-hope communications system in VPN condition is very difficult, because the company itself providing the different hopes of the their server is located at the different location. So in that case, I think Ravi sir bhi puch rahe the, in that case, I know the 3-4 firewalls, they can provide exact IP address, source IP address in multi-chain, and location also. All the details, log file, they will provide it, frankly, because directly when you move from any country to India, गेटवे से गुजरेंगे ही ना सर, गेटवे से गुजरेंगे या गेटवे पे जैसे ही आएंगे तो हम पकड़ लेंगे उनको. सो दैट इज द कंडीशन काइंडली. सो ऑल द नो डाउट हमारे पास 15 गेटवे है. वन एक जियो का अपना स्टार्ट हुआ पहले, मतलब गवर्नमेंट का है, 14 गेटवे, ऑल आर इन मुंबई. सो गेटवे से जैसे बीजीपी प्रोटोकॉल लगेगा हम पकड़ ही लेंगे उनको. बट यदि वो लोकेशन क्या हो रहा है, जैसे अभी आजकल क्या हो रहा है, जो पैसा वो आपका एटीएम लेते हैं और शॉपिंग कर लेते हैं, और या वो डिफरेंट लोकेशन पे हैं, आप भी देख रहे होंगे, बहुत चैलेंजेस आ रहा होगा, टाइम बहुत कंज्यूमिंग है उसको पता लगाना. हम एफआईआर कर लें, सब कुछ कर लें, बट लोकेशन इज डिफरेंट, बिकॉज तब तक तो वो कहाँ चला गया रहता है पता नहीं रहता. बट यस, हमारा एक ही केस हो तो आप लोग को भी इतना लोड है कि आप एक केस को जब तक करेंगे तब तक दूसरा केस. सो इन दैट केस मुझे लगता है कि जो ये गेटवे के अलावा नेटवर्क सर्विस प्रोवाइडर जो है फायरवॉल 3 कार्टनर जो सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है, दैट इज रियली हेल्पफुल फॉर यू पीपल.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So,
Any question, please?
do you have any other question? Okay, if there is no other question, then I would like to thank Rakesh Kumar Jha sir. We are truly enriched with knowledge and insight given by you on this subject, and it will certainly create awareness among the participants. Thank you for sparing your valuable time, sir. To grace the occasion, I urge you to please keep on sharing your experience and guidance in future also, sir.
Yes,
At
thank you.
last now, I would request Sri Amit Atut, AD Training of the Academy, to pay vote of thanks. Over to you, Amit sir.
Thank you, Manoj ji. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Thank you, Manoj ji. Basically, MHA and BPR&D has directed CAPT to conduct various programs under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Accordingly, under this theme of policing in Amrit Kal, emerging paradigms, CAPT conducted this webinar on investigation on 5G networks. First of all, I would like to offer vote of thanks to Shri Anurag Kumar, IPS Director CAPT, for gracing today's webinar and delivering the inaugural address. And on behalf of Director CAPT, I convey my gratitude to Dr. Shri Rakesh Kumar Jha, Assistant Professor IIIT Jabalpur, for excellent and meaningful session in this webinar on investigation on 5G network. Sir, we are truly enriched with the knowledge and insight given by you on the subject. During your session, we came to know that the 5G rollout is set to enhance efficiency, productivity, and security by helping the police to assess critical informations in real time and nab criminals. 5G has high bandwidth and low latency, so it will adoption should ensure the best performance of police devices such as body cams, facial recognition technologies, automatic number plate recognition, and drone and CCTV. We also came to know that how the increase in storage capacity promises by 5G will allow the police to streamline their investigation methods, and how 5G will allow rapid and secure communication within the organization as well as between civilians and emergency responders. Thank you very much, sir. And I urge you to please keep on sharing your experience and guidance to the officers in future also. In the last but not least, I also want to thank all the participants for sparing your valuable time and active participation in this online webinar. And it's an urge for you to please be participant in our future events also. In the last but not least, I want to convey my compliments to Shri Manoj Jakhmula, Assistant Director, and his team for organizing this webinar and providing a platform to all the participants to learn, gain knowledge, and create awareness on 5G networks. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. This is all we have for today. Thank you all the participants.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Director, sir, for sparing valuable time. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.